Hello and welcome to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. And of course, your games are brought to you by the title sponsors Vivo. I'm Win, I'm joined by Mr. AJ. We will be your casters for the day and enjoy seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17 Pro. So AJ, how are you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling perfect because I'm from Middle East, so we're casting Middle East today, right? So I'm basically pretty hyped today.
Yep, it's going to be a very good day as well. So remember, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, of course, and follow the stream as well.
Alright, after that, you can get the PUBG Mobile on Google App Store. And speaking PUBG Mobile, which mobile should we use for playing PUBG?
Of course, again, enjoy seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17 Pro. Be a beast on the battlegrounds.
Right, so last season we had some good plays from every teams around from Middle East. So we changed a little bit about the point system. It's gonna be more kill based this season.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be looking like there'll be a lot more wars from very early on, from the start of the game towards the finishing line. Of course, the finishing line has a lot of fights, but in the middle of it, where it's a little bit more congested nowadays.
Yeah, so here's our competitive system. So we got 32 coming in.
And of course, we will be dwindling down to 24 groups, and then we will be dwindling down, to 24 teams, and then we'll be dwindling down to 16 teams at the end of it.
Yeah. Then after that, we got semifinals and finals, regional finals. Then we got the global finals. So that's basically. So this was the system which we were talking about, because last season we had 30 placement points for the top, and right now we only have 20 points for the top place. Yep,
20 points, and of course everybody will be walking around or walking back with 1 point each for after every game, because from number 11 to number 16 they will get 1 point. Of course, 1 kill will equal to 1 point as well. So everybody's getting a point going into this, and this will be the groups that will be playing today, Group A and Group B. These are the teams that will be playing as well. So we have SNT in there, we have Kurd is one, IRAQI Elite, Kurd Up Team, and Kurd Squad. I think these are the names that that we have to remember that will be playing as well.
So we got old names, for example, 70s, and we got pretty good basic teams every year. We've seen them every season. So I basically hope they have a good start, because last season they have some pretty yo-yo starts, weird starts. So I'm wishing they have a more stable gameplays and more stable tactics that they can go along with. But let's just hope for the best today.
Yeah, hopefully usually this team starts a little bit slow, and then they get better throughout the week. Of course, this is just the start of the Middle Eastern group stages, and anything can happen as well. So we're hoping that some of the teams start off kicking as well, right? So that they start off very strong. But we did see some of the teams that start off a little bit weaker or a little bit slower, like SNT, but they got through the regional finals and they got through to the global finals. So although they started a little bit slow, they did end very, very strong.
For example, we had a team like SWAT 69 and 619. Those two teams normally start pretty slow. Yeah. But they get killing pretty fast.
But without further ado, this is the first map that will be played. We will be shooting it off in Erangel, and we have, of course, it's an 8x8 times map, and we'll be looking at the flight path for the day. And of course, this is just the first game. We have 4 games that will be played throughout the day, and we have a lot more action after this. So the flight path, starting off with Zarki and then adding up Sanhok military base, quite split down the middle a little bit.
It's a reverse split. Normally from north to south, but today today is north to south. Normally it's from south to north, but today we're getting north. Oh, we got some. That's pretty that zone's gonna be hot pretty fast, and we see Team KI and a lot of SNTs. SNTs was one of the favorite teams last season, right? Yeah,
last split they were the ones that won it. Of course, the favorite was actually Scooters, but somehow SNT managed to get themselves the big W and just go through towards the global finals. Although their performance wasn't the best, but hopefully they will be improving very, very soon.
Right. So sorry about that, guys. So basically, it's pretty crowded over Georgia pool right now. We got 3 teams. most often, I believe, are on the north of the map right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're about in the north. SNT is heading towards Severny right now. So it looks like they are heading towards the direction that is. They're kind of split apart, but some of them are heading towards Severny, and some of them are heading towards the shooting range. So hopefully they won't be fighting that place because shooting range have abysmal loot. So I'm hoping these teams will be fighting it off in the major cities as well.
So we have KI right here over Georgiapool, grabbing some loot and getting some re. We can see there is another team right on their left side. Which team is it? If we can.
Yeah, I think something with G. So another team that
we got it.
Playing, yeah.
Alright, we got SY on the like. Sorry about that. We got SY on the eastern side of Georgiapool, and these two teams may collide to each other faster than we expected.
Yep, some of these teams, of course, this is the first game, so I think a lot of these teams are just trying to read out where their opponents drop as well. So they're trying to get a feel of the game so far, and Erangel is a very big map as well, 8x8. So they're hoping they're not going to meet up with anybody soon. Of course, there's a change in the point system. They want to fight very early on, but at the same time, they want to try and sustain as many players as possible going into it.
So we got three teams over Georgiapool, which is one is GGX, and we got SKT, and we got KI. These three teams are right now on the north side of North Pole, so there's gonna be some fight pretty soon, and we're gonna have some casualties.
Yep, something is going to happen very, very soon. A lot of these teams are congested towards the bigger parts of the map or the bigger towns, so hopefully they'll be fighting very, very soon because we like to see a lot of action, right? Of course, that's where the point system has been introduced. Winner chicken dinner gets you 20 points, and each kill still gets you 1 point, but it's a little bit easier for you to chase back towards the first place position.
Yeah, like KS right here over the military base is having like perfect times. Also, AM also having a great time because there's just no one there in town. So
Yep.
they're just basically looting, and let's see who's gonna go first. So we're gonna get the circle pretty fast. We got the circle north side, basically north of the cities.
Yep, and as you said, SNI Apollinaire is one of the places which isn't congested. It's occupied by MBZ, so it's a little bit less congested right now because there's another team that's about towards the east of them. That's 963, but 963 has to kind of pave their way towards Yasnaya because that's in between them and the circle, so they have to go through that circle as well.
Yeah, that's sure. So right now, we got is that? Yeah, that's sorry about that. So we got Cup over like north side of the map, and basically still looting, and the restriction players are going to start shrinking pretty soon, and the shrinks on.
Yeah, Kurd Up team is there, but I think again they're left to their own devices so far, and they won't be fighting. So although I think the thing is we were talking about the point system and how they will be fighting very early on, but I think the teams are still getting used to the point system because of course it's just introduced in the split. This is their first game, so I think they're still bringing out the old guns, the way they played in the last split, into this game.
Right. So basically, still on we got no actions on north of Georgiapool. Like everybody's staying put, and right now it's not a good position for SY, so they can easily get third party. Like if they go on a fight, which
Yeah.
not the best choice right now.
Yeah, they could go for a fight, but again, their positioning is quite close to each other, so I don't think they want to take this fight. But Good Game is very close towards Kurt is one, so they might be fighting at Georgiapool very, very soon. Might be a little bit later. Again, the point system is quite new, right?
Right, the point, and the third thing, like, the second thing here is, like, they're still in the circle, so they don't have to push it, like, they don't have to, like, go into the circle or move to the circle so fast, so they can take their time and make some, like, tactical moves, like, go around and spot, like, other team players, make sure where they are, where their location. Then, after securing some information, make those plays.
Yep, they can get some. This again, PUBG Mobile is somewhat of an information game as well. Like we were talking about how what the heck is he doing right there all alone?
Like he's like I was looking in a bit like he's alone. Like maybe has some problem.
I'm not too sure, but he's very far from his teammate who is
north side of Erangel.
Yeah, they're really far off. The rest of the teammates is actually Hawkeye is at Lasnea Polonais, so they're really far apart. So hopefully they'll be joining each other soon, so they don't have to fight the wars alone. So because again, going in without all the manpower that you have is very dangerous.
Right. So trying to get over this road, some problems maybe. It's not making through. All right. It's not still no. No, one more. Can we check? No. All right.
Okay, he's giving up.
He gave up. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
And gets Mojo. All right, start running. All right, that's good enough. Oh. All right. So
yeah, this is Kurd Squad heading towards the safety of the circle, but they're taking their sweet time right here. Again, this is only the first circle. So they have somewhat a little bit of a time and a little bit of a leeway because this first circle doesn't hurt that much. You can see heal up when you get into the circle. So they're taking their own sweet time here.
Yeah, like you don't need to hurry. Just play safe and make sure no one's left behind or no one's caught up on the fight. So it's pretty good like for them because there's no one on the bridge to like cut them off. So it's gonna be a like safe pass for them. But still playing pretty safe. They're waiting for the teammate to gather up and go across. So that's a smart decision. Just waiting for everybody.
Yeah, and at the same time, there is no team that is kind of bridge camping or guarding the bridge. So it's relatively straight up for Kurd Squad to just enter the mainland through the bridge. Again, nobody's there, kind of like covering the bridge, right?
But they don't know. Like they need to play safe, like if they want to win this tournament, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good call. Good call from KS. That's a good name. I love that, baby. Have you watched the new movie called Baby Driver? Not the new movie, but the old movie.
Yeah, it was kind of a while back, right? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Maybe Baby will be driving as well.
Yeah,
so hopefully, right?
Like the crazy driver, baby.
Maybe we'll see some action there. So again, we're just looking at the other teams that are just surrounding the circle. Now, kind of circle sweeping, trying to look around the map to get some more information. So for the meantime, though, there's not much action that's happening right now, and a lot of these teams are kind of playing it a little bit slow. Same like how they were playing in the last split, just kind of circle sweeping, playing looting first, taking their own sweet time. The first circle doesn't hurt that much, so they're relatively safe. But Elite is one of the teams that is going into this playing the circle sweep, and I don't know, playing it very slow. Again, it's quite bedazzling to me that these teams are not fighting it off again in the bigger parts of the map. But yeah, the circle is moving towards Severny right now, heading towards where at least 30%, 40% of it is in the water. So they have to fight, or they have to cross SYR, which is underneath shooting range, and SNT 6-9 team has the best positioning right now.
Right now, like it's just like smooth for them. Like circles on us again. So we're gonna have some like fight across like Rosjuk, especially on the left side and right side of the bridge, which there will be some like players or teams like to camp over it. But like I was watching the wildcards, so wildcards like to fight a lot. So far so good. We haven't seen any kills or elimination coming in. So that's weird. That's weird. Maybe someone's playing safe today. Maybe it's the first map trying to like get the pace on. Yeah,
I think so. I think maybe they're just warming up a little bit. Of course, first map, you have to kind of get a feel of the game. It's a new split, so everybody's bringing new plans, new ideas into the game. So you kind of have to adapt on the fly. But the first map or the first game is usually how you gauge how the other teams will be playing. Elite is very close towards, I think it's
Elite and Cup.
Yeah, I think Cup is very close towards them. So, but they will not be fighting for the meantime because Gian is hiding behind the house. It looks like they want to fight, but right now it's actually they're fighting inside this house. It's SYR and I think
7K. That's
yeah,
7K.
7K.
7K. Like right now it's only SYR. And coming in, Jules comments.
Yep,
like,
and SYR is in a lot
down.
of trouble. They lost 2 players already here. They're going to push right in. He goes out to get the kill. Or to get that knock. There's 1 knock for him, but he's pretty much alive there, just wailing in. And that's the first team eliminated. Maybe, no, they're just losing a lot of players left and right. and
Yeah.
still 16 team alive, but they lost
Like-
2 players already.
Like it's a like successful, like it's basically a successful strike for us. While you can see 7K just like getting out of there, trying to get that placement points. So yeah, that's it. Like he's gonna be the lone man.
Yep. For the meantime, they will not.
Oh, he's gonna
give it a
counter strike.
run.
Is he gonna take it down? Alright, that's 1 shot, 2 shots, 3rd shot, and he's down. And that should be our first elimination.
Yep. The first team going down is 7K.
7K.
Yep, 7K. A little bit, I want to say a little bit unlucky, but they were kind of split apart, just trying to survive for the longest time, and it just kind of got wrecked by
Maybe
SYR there.
Maybe like that was after, and just like basically like you say, this was just unlucky. We got KS over here trying to land some shots and land some damage. It was just scared someone up. Not too bad. Camp bridging, not bad.
And
Not
this
bad.
is one of the teams that did really good in the last split. They were in the prelims for the global finals as well. They got 2nd place at the regional finals. So Kurd Squad is one of the better teams that we'll be looking at today, but so far they're playing it very, very slow. Again, methodical, just trying to have a read of the game before they start making any plans or making any decisions to go in for the fight.
Yeah, smart move. Getting like they have good utilities, 2 emergency bags and 1 painkillers and 2 bandages. Not too much, but enough to last you long enough. Here we have GGX. The teammate was just taken down, right? It's on a 1v2 situation, and waiting for his teammate to come over, and still scouting and waiting for. And here comes the play, jumping off the roof, and he makes it the kill. That was smart going in. He's gonna land the kill.
Yeah, going to try and go for the shot, but his teammate comes in to provide support. He seems to drop, gets knocked. Master will be able to heal himself back up, but there's a couple of more players coming in from that squad that's still very much alive. GGX is coming for the fight, maybe, but they're still very, very far.
That was a good play from United Nations, UN, from Bashar. Like jumping from the 3rd floor onto that platform and coming down. Like basically being the first decoy down there, and teammates follow up and just get the kill. That was a good plan.
Yeah, but they are left with 2 players, so it's not ideal going into the last circle or the next circle, which is again right smack in Severny. For 30% and 40% of it is in water. RBK is right smack in the middle. 6-9 team is there as well, and inside of Severny, they have the best place right now. Is the one that has the best place is SNT, this 6-9 team, because they're in a position where they're inside buildings. They can hide for the longest time, but right now it's Hakar might be dropped here. And KS finds themselves an airdrop, but they do not want to contest it for the meantime.
Like smart move, they only have 2 persons left, so it's not worth it like to lose 1 more or like get eliminated. Like kills are going to come pretty fast because it's basically like space is too small. And we got Kurd Up just eliminated on landing on 15th place.
Yeah, Kurd Up, 2nd to drop in the map. Again, this is very, very slow in comparison to what we thought or we predicted that will happen towards the game. But so far, it's starting to kind of speed things up. It's kind of, I think the teams are starting to get their groove here.
Yeah, so basically, like the best, like SNT has the town, right? They can like moved up, like trying to make some land shot. So they're gonna like. KS is basically in a bad position right now. They can easily get third party by AM. And SNT is also trying to put some pressure on them, not trying to let them like rush into for him. So here comes the grenades, if he's gonna make it.
Grenade's gonna fly in, he's buying his time, but he gets shot. Jamal might be in a lot of trouble. That's a very good grenade. That's a lot of damage against one of the players, but they have to be careful here. They're all stuck inside one compound or one house at least, and they have to be careful because they have to kind of spread out because one of the grenades might be flying in and they might be eliminated straight away.
Yeah, that's true. So right now, SNT is this Lashin? Lashin is in a pretty good position right now, and grenades throwing back to being thrown back to Tenjum, while Baby is like skipping stroke.
Yep, babies. Again, they're all inside that one compound, one house. 6-9 team is very close towards them. This is both of the teams that got the highest ranking in the last split. So they're all warring, or they are warring against each other. So Baby right now, against nades are flying out. Baby is still pretty much alive. Lashin is looking for a line of sight, but he just can't find Baby. She is very, very low here. But someone sees the pop shots coming in. Baby is still very much alive. Lashin throwing a couple more shots. Will be connecting. Baby very, very low, but still very much alive. Bujo has been dropped, has been knocked on the floor. Baishi heals himself back up. Still 4 players very much alive for the Kurd Squad. SNT Samurai is on the eastern side of the map. A little bit of the eastern side of the compound, so a little bit far apart. But Jaguar here going to throw another nade in. This time around it might connect, but no, he changes his mind. Now he lines it up. Going to throw the pop shot in. That's the grenade. Might do a lot of damage against Baby there, but will not connect into the window.
So right now, the tactics are on Real. Like, if Real makes that flank from the left side, it's gonna help his teammate pretty good. But we can see Amy closing up from the north south of the city, but just riding by. Doesn't make much noise. Not making any noise. Oh, did they start? Oh, they stopped. So we have three players, and right now we are on the northern side of the border, so we can have Elite having a bad time. 2 players are knocked down. That's bad.
That's bad. And there's 4 teams playing around here. It's GG who will be finding SYR, but they're getting knocked down by 1, and GG gets dropped straight away. SYR somehow survives the fight. Will be able to heal things up and will be able to escape from that scot-free, not losing any players at all. GG gets eliminated at 14th place.
Oh, like that was pretty sudden. Like, if you're GG and like a squad coming in a car from nowhere, up from the sky, and got eliminated pretty fast. So right now we have 963s pushing up a little bit on, and we have SY trying to land those shots, and he does land a shot on one of SY players.
Yep, Elite still there, very much alive, but they are in a bit of a trouble because they have to push in towards the circle, and they're getting shot across the range. They're getting straight away Prones down to kind of survive for the meantime, but Master knows that somebody's there. He wants to go in for the fight, but he's getting shot in from behind as well, so he's going to throw a smoke to buy himself some time, but now he's in a lot of trouble, getting shot from left and right. Master has to survive this, but he's one of the spotters for the team. They're getting a lot of information right now, and he's in a lot of trouble.
So right now, he's just responsible just to try to hold Elite back from his teammate, while his teammates are still trying to deal with 693. Sorry. 963.
963.
Sorry about
Groza
that.
is there, getting burned a little bit, but 963 is taking their fights against SY. So they might be meeting up with a lot more than they can chew right now. Groza throws in the nade, but it's still cracking to get the knock on the other side of the map. 963 still very much alive, and SYR in a lot of trouble. They're stuck in behind rock and a hard play, literally, and there's no point or there's no way of escaping this. And Alfnan still very much there. Groza gonna throw in a grenade to buy himself some time. I don't think this will connect, but he does expose himself. Oh, he actually connects! Drops Afnan! This is a lot of trouble for 963 because they can't really support their teammates. If they support, they have to go down here. They might not be able to come back up because there's other teams on the side of the beach as well.
And we got Rogers pushing in. Oh, he got 2 kills, good. So right now, it's on the final, the single member of SYR to flank them out. If they can easily flank them, it's gonna help the teammates. So
yeah, Groza gets dropped
and gets taken out. That's 1 point for them, and still got 1 man down.
Yeah, but Lawrence is all alone here. He will be able to pick up one of his teammates, Afnan, but both of them are coming towards him. SYR still very much alive, but they're left with 1 player who's playing up on top, and SYR drops one of the players. It's Hamza to drop from Master. See, somehow he's still very much alive. He was the one that was getting shot from all angles, but somehow he gets a shot in. We'll be able to clear down one of the key players, but SYR pushing in for the kill. 963 in a lot of trouble here, but they're getting flanked for left and right. SYR eating too much, biting too much that they can chew, and Alfnan still very much alive, but all alone here. Everybody's dropped, and finally he gets dropped, and Alfnan will go out.
Man, Master was the key to this. He tried to hold off the another team which was trying to push on them, and his teammates were having big troubles trying to get 693, I believe. That was a pretty good play from Master, basically saving their teammates from all directions.
Coming up below him as the Kurd Squad, and they're bringing the entirety of their squad into this AM squad, and they get dropped 1 by 1, and AM will be going up if I'm not mistaken. They might have 1 more play. Nope, they get dropped. So KS, Kurd Squad, one of the stronger teams coming into the split, looks very, very strong in the first starting game.
Yep. So now we got SNP falling back to the C lines, and Jamal having some bad times over the Halo. Some grenades coming in.
Yep, a couple of more grenades flying out. Dashin gets
Flashing
dropped
gets dropped. That
by
was
the
close.
grenade. That was really, really good as well. So Klabash, I think, will just hide it out. After getting that knock, I think they can take their time. But Kurd Squad gets eliminated at 8th place. Before we get too ahead of ourselves talking about Kurd Squad, they actually get eliminated. So they are going out in 8th place. But still pretty much very good. But right now it's SNP, which is a lot of players around them. It's MEA in a lot of trouble. The Mini Assassins, I think they should be able to be safe for the meantime because they are pretty far from SNP. But this 3X from Klabash is just looking for more enemies to take down. But it's RB Skull who gets knocked on the other side of the map, and the circle starting to close in on them very, very soon.
Alright, we can see IQ Squad's IS got 4 members alive. Crit has also 4 members alive, and other than that, SMP has 4 members alive. Round before 4, like Nox they also have 4 members alive. There was 1 knockdown, so far so good.
And SNT, one of the teams, or the team that got the best points in the last split, right now is left to 1 player, and now you can see on the left side of the screen. So they have only Jamal pretty much standing for him, and the rest of them, IRAQI Squad, Kurdistan, Me Assassins, RBN, all of them seem very much healthy, except for Kurdistan has 2 more players left, but SNP shooting through the smoke will not connect, but Slobash coming back towards him, so I think they'll be happy with this positioning for the meantime. But look at it, it's so congested in the circle right now.
So right now, I believe, SNT Jamal is just trying to snake into the final score, so they got some good, so they can get some placement points. But yeah, that's working for him, so he's right there. But Team 14, which is KI, is on the hills, but not getting some good results from them. They're taking down pretty fast, and SMT trying to get that kill. That was a little bit hazy to get that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because they are by the beach, but if they pop up, they might be shot. But somehow MK14 is getting shot. See, this is what I was saying. Messi gets dropped. Every single time they pop up their heads, they get dropped one by one. Klobas gets dropped as well. Gino's trying to push back and firing back against MK14, but I don't know, not too sure what he can do in this situation. The bot, oh man, they get dropped. Klobas with the explosion of the boat will be dropped here. So I think that will be all she wrote for that team. And they see pretty much alive, but again by the beach, it's very hard for them to pop up. Citizen X getting shot upon as well. Zeno still very much alive inside that smoke, but where are they going to go from here?
Yeah, so right now, Jamal's being snake right there, playing it good. So IQ is actually they have the best spot right now because they can be the third party of everyone, except they're not trying to get RPK taken down. RPK having a hard time getting fired from IQ.
Yep, you're up monster. It's just firing back. It's Osama. With 4 players still very much alive, but they're still by the beach. This is not the best positioning because the circle is in the middle side, or the road is right smack in the middle of the circle. So this might be a way, or might be a problem, because some of them will have to cross this if the circle kind of reaches on one side. But Osama again.
But IQ's got to do they have a smart, they drove their car over there and blew it up, so it can be a cover and it won't blow up on them. So it's a bit homemade cover for them, so they're getting the most covers they can. But this cover has one in particular weak spot. If someone gets near and they have a grenade, you're basically dead. Yeah, here you go. They try to blow up the car just in case to be safe. They're in the circle, best position they can have. Other teams is just trying to get there. We can see SMP and SNT both only having 1 player left. And basically, in this moment right now, right, the fight is going to be against MEA and IQ Squad. So that was not smart.
Okay.
That was not smart. That was not smart. As Jamal snaking, he was only player, right?
Yeah.
He was alone for a long time. Now sneaking and killing getting one more kill and ended up in the 3rd place. That's good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
pretty good because he survived for the longest time all alone, and he's in the top 3 position right now. Jamal, again, this is the first top 3 of the day. Our first shot kicking it off in the Middle Eastern qualifiers or the Middle Eastern group stages, and Jamal still sneaking in through the weeds, just trying to look for more information, just finding where the positioning of IQ squad, Iraq squad is, so that he can kind of evade them for the meantime and evade the Me Assassins as well. Because Me Assassins, they has 3 players, Iraq squad has 4, and SNT's Jamal only has himself to kind of think if he gets fallen down. I don't know, Me Assassin's getting shot upon. Fake wants to fight back. He's firing a few more shots back towards IQ squad, but somehow they survive. Although they are by the beach. But again, look at the circle right now. The road is right smack in the middle, so they might have to cross it or might have to play in towards the road. But Faker might be in a lot of trouble. He's going to throw in a grenade.
The train coming in.
Oh
he
no!
Tries.
He actually exposed himself. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He gets dropped. Guys is firing back, but he's all alone.
And he figured that grenade worked. Like, he got the knockdown. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but he gets knocked as well, so I'm not too sure if the exchange is really good. So now Guns is all alone, along with Jamal, but Iraq squad has 3 players strong. Steve by the beach, somehow still very much alive. Guns is shooting back, but he's in a lot of trouble, and Guns gets dropped. And that's Iraq squad leaving it with SNT's Jamal. Jamal against the entirety of the Iraq squad, and I don't think this is looking too good for them.
Right now, like, so Iraq squad basically knows someone's there because which team was it? Sorry about.
SNP, MEA.
MEA was just there, and they know someone's there. So, like, it depends how Jamal wants to win. If he wants to give them that point, he's gonna go for it. But if not, he's just gonna try to get 1 kill, and it's worth it for them.
Yeah. So yeah, he's either way he's in a very good position because he's in the top 2 right now. But I know that somehow they're gonna just fire on all cylinders to try and find him. In the meantime, he's just gonna hide in the weeds again, biding his time and just playing it for the safety of it. But he's getting shot upon, and they know where he's at. Iraq squad just gunning for him. The rest of it is looking for him, and Jamal gets dropped very, very low, and Jamal gets dropped entirely, and Iraq squad will pick up the first game. Winning chicken dinner for Iraq squad. And look at it. Look at the points.
6 kills, 5 kills, 11, and 15.
Yeah.
That's 15 kills. So they're gonna get like 35 points in total, and ended up on second team. Like SNT Jamal, like great play from SNT. Basically, like just snaking all his way up to the second spot.
Yep, somehow he very much survived, although it looked very, very iffy, right?
Right.
Because his whole entire team was dropped very early on, and Jamal was left all alone. And here we're just looking and reminiscing about what just happened there. Very good exchanges in and around the maps. 7K as well gets dropped very early on, and looking at Team Master who just jumped in, and this was a fight that kind of prolonged everything else because they were fighting by the pitch, right?
Yep. So enjoying the highlights, pretty good playing from SMP, and that was like match 1.
Yep, match 1 kicking off very strong for Iraq squad. I think, but SNT though, somehow they managed to survive with Jamal all alone. Somehow getting that second place is very admirable because he's left all alone. It's very hard for you to get a good placement because you're all alone and everybody can just fire on one direction, and that's where you are at.
Like Jamal basically played the best card he can have. Like, he got all the informations. He knows where everybody is and just kept it for ourselves. And just when he know that guy is the last guy of the team, he took that 1 point and make 1 point. Sometimes 1 point can make the difference. But again, great playing from Jamal's good. Like, thanks to like IQ Squad. Here we have the points coming in. We got 15 kills from Iraq Soul and 20 points from placement point. So again, we remind everybody that this tournament, like this season, we basically changed our placement points.
Yep.
So it ends up players or teams trying to get more kills because kills basically.
Yeah, we'll help you kind of get back up because of course the first place for the winner chicken dinner is 20 points, so it's a little bit easier for the bottom teams to kind of chase back up, and especially with the new point system where 11th to 16th gets 1 point, means that they can really rack up points although they're at the last spot, right?
Right. look at SYR. They have a pretty like start going from, especially from I believe it was SYR Master, right? Like Master, he just saved his team from 2 different teams, and they got 9 kills in total, but they ended up on 4th place, and that was the placement points.
Yeah, so unfortunate for them. For SY, I think Master again, SYR did really good because Master was fired upon from 2 angles, and then he somehow survived and then just fired back on 963, and then just kind of bought his team a lot of time.
I believe if I'm not mistaken, he was basically he was saved from Me Assassins, and then Me Assassin like fall back up to the hills, and after that he just went for the hills to help his teammates out, killing 619.
Yeah, 693 though.
693.
They just kind of got caught up. A lot of the teams, I think there was 3 teams at SYR, 963, and I keep forgetting, but I think it was another team. IRAQI Squad might have passed through there, but the 3 teams was kind of stuck in one direction, right? So that was like the problem there. So again, hit that like and subscribe button, and of course you can download the game from the Google Play app. And we will be returning after this short break when we return more PMCO action right here.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
Alright, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages, and of course your games are brought to you by Vivo, the Vivo smartphones. And I'm Win, along with AJ, will be your casters for the day. And remember, play with the Vivo V17 brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, and here comes the glorious chicken dinner.
Of course, you can also subscribe to PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel and download PUBG Mobile from Google App Store right away.
Yeah, of course, we are in game number 2 right now. IRAQI squad won the first game, got the winner chicken dinner, and we are in the second game, which will be Sanhok, and which anything can happen because ideally or through the history of the Middle Eastern squads, they haven't been really strong on Sanhok. They have been really stronger on Erangel and Miramar.
We don't play too well in Middle Eastern maps. Like, it's not our strong point normally.
Yeah.
So it's basically it is the smallest map in PUBG.
Yep.
So like Middle Eastern teams, we like to play basically more slowly in the beginning and do the things in the ending. Like we need some time to adapt to every map.
Yeah.
It's not home.
Yeah.
It's not for us. Like, so like. It was a pretty good game from Team 2, especially from SNT, like with Jamal.
Yeah.
And, like with Jamal, Sneak. I'm gonna change his name. I'm gonna give him a nickname, Sneaky Guy.
Sneaky Guy, right?
Right,
Yes, Jamal, yeah. Again, what happened in first game was Jamal was the only team left from 6-9 team. Somehow he managed to get himself into the last circle, got himself the second place, although he was 1v3 in that situation.
1v3.
But yeah, it was 1v3 v1. Because the other team, if I'm not mistaken, was Assassains. The Assassins.
No,
they have one player, right?
IQ Squad.
No, IQ Squad won.
Oh, SMP.
Yeah,
SMP had like one guy left, so like he got the kill and he was second place.
Yeah, kind of like they knew where they were right at the very end, because IRAQI squad was like they were flocking around the circle as well, so they got a lot of information on where the players were and they knew where to aim, because when Jamal was left all alone as well, they knew where he was. So we will be going into Sanhok very, very soon. Here it is, 4 times 4 kilometers, and we have 20 towns in this map. So although it's a small congested map, but it still there's a lot of towns where the teams can just drop and not fight with each other for the duration of the start of the game.
Right, so we have the plane flying from our northeast to our southeast.
Yep, from the Cow to Nakam, the plane will be flying off. I think some of the teams will be playing Camp Alpha, so it will be interesting to watch which teams drop towards Camp Alpha.
Yep.
But the rest of them, though, I think this is a very good path for the plane, because a lot of them can drop towards the eastern side of the map, which is the mainland, I think. The bigger part of the map, then they don't have to track as far if the circle's in that mainland. But the teams that are going to Camp Alpha might have a lot of trouble. It's actually RBK heading towards that direction right now. We have 960 going towards the western, the southwest corner of the map. Very, very low. They're going towards Tambang. So I think they're going to have to track a very, very long way. But RBK and GG are heading towards the western side of the map, so they might be meeting each other very, very soon. Now, SYR already got himself the gun.
That was fast. That was like as soon as like they got down after like gunfires were on. So they are right now. SY are on Camp Bravo, so trying to get those loot and trying to get some more information. And KR Ninja's just trying to get some information. You can see KR Reef right there standing on the corners, and KL. Oh, they just like they made a good call just to call out, and KR making some damage, and like that's an early knockdown.
Yep, this is very early, if a very, very early knock, but I'm not too sure if they can convert this into a kill, because they're quite far apart. But Reef has the M4. Now he's going to run away, thinking that he shouldn't take this fight, but he gets shot from behind by Master, and he gets dropped, knocked on his feet. So I think he will be taken out very, very soon, because Master's going for the fight, going for the kill, but Ninja's watching from the other side. He has to be careful with this, but he knows where Reef is, should be able to get and pick up this M4 as well. He's going to go in for the pop shot, will be able to connect, and he will be the first player taken out from Kurd is 1.
All right, so SY Master, like I believe SY got 9 kills on the last round, and that's their first kill coming early on in the game's like 2 minutes.
Yep, that's very early. So because of it, it's very congested here at boot camp. So I think they don't have to fight. Camp Bravo, they don't really have to fight here. So I think now is the time for Kurd One to kind of evade these fights and just run the hell out of there, because this is a very dangerous spot going against SYR.
Yeah, so Camp Bravo is basically based on the northeast of the map, but our circle right now is basically on our northwest, like towards Camp Alpha.
Yep, it's still huge, but
Still
it's still
huge.
heading towards Camp Alpha, because whatever it is, what I said was it could have been a very mainland-ish circle, but somehow it's towards the western side. So that'll be fun to watch, because a lot of teams will have to track towards through the water to get towards Camp Alpha. So whether they go through the bridge or whether they assume their way there and go through the dangers of meeting with the teams at Camp Alpha, so that remains to be seen.
Jamal like making some good kills, SNT last round, which was the sneaky guy, aka sneaky guy. So right now they drop on Kampong, which is also on the east-south of the map. So they also have a long way to go around, but someone's in town.
Yep, Kopi's there along with SNT 69 team. Again, getting second place in the last round, but somehow right now they are in a spot where Kampong is congested. 47 first to AK-47 first to shoot against SNT. They know where he's at, but he's hiding behind this box or this. I think this is a trash can, a very huge trash can, and he's hiding behind it. Samurai exposes himself, and straight away AK-47 takes the opportunity to take his head right off. He will just hide away from there, but KI is losing players left and right, so they have to be careful with it. But again, Samurai is still in the house. SNT pretty much still in the safe spot. They're all inside one compound. AK-47 has to just kind of evade from that fight because he knows that it might be too much action for him to actually take on head-on.
Like Coop right now, actually, like they don't want to fight right now because they're missing one player, and we don't know actually where that one player is. So they are going to evacuate as soon as they can, as if they get a chance, and that's what we're gonna do because it's not it's not the best play to go against 3 on 4, right?
Yeah. So this is a smarter choice for them to make, although they will be leaving with less loot, so that's a problem right now because they didn't really have time to farm. They have a vehicle right now, but they're gonna escape in the very cute. I call it the tuk-tuk, right?
Tuk-tuk,
yeah.
Tuk-tuk in Indian.
Yeah,
right.
It's very cute, but not fastest, and it's kind of dangerous to be inside. Yeah, it's
but
really
it gets the job done, right?
Yeah.
It gets the job done. So right now we're seeing the first player of Coop, sorry, Freak, which is pretty far off away, and although he was far away, he made sure no one's nearby so they can keep looting.
Yeah, that's a very good point as well. So it means that somehow they will be playing it very safe here. So a little bit of some daredevil action with the vehicle going on.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, get the small bag, you got the tuk-tuk, let's go.
This is really cute. Yeah, this is the cutest vehicle ever. So they're going to get into a safer place, try and loot up somewhere different. So I think that will be okay for them. But as you can see, Freak is kind of getting a lot of information, pushing up very far on. So right now is AM's team C4 heading towards the airdrop. So this will be the first airdrop of the second game. And right smack in the water right here in between Tambang and Camp Alpha. So he will be able to pick up the AWM. That's a very good gun to pick up as well. And not the best in this type of maps because...
Yeah, it's a close quarter map, it's a small map. But also it's a lethal weapon. Like you get one shots easily, even you have a level 3 helmet on. Like getting a level 3 helmet on, it just gives you that slight little bit more chance, and sometimes it's just what it takes to win. Yeah,
you're definitely right there. So we're following MEA now, Me Assassins, who played fantastically in the last round. If I'm not mistaken, they kind of got maybe 5th or 6th. Oh, sorry, they got 3rd here. And Me Assassins played it okay in the last round, but this is a new map. Sanhok is, again, highly congested map where a lot of these Middle Eastern teams do not like to fight head-on very early on because they like bigger maps like Miramar and Erangel.
So right now, Coop and SMP are pretty close, but I don't think they know that someone's close by, and they're just falling back. But maybe if Yashix sees or hears something, and they get the upper information, and this is the distance you know someone's in the corner, and he gets a drone set, he gets some information here, right? He waits it. Oh, we make it. All right. So both teams actually right now know someone's here. So everybody's like trying to get that. Oh, we get this. Like, oh, that's a good kill from Freak. Like, first knockdown onto Citizen X.
Yep, somehow he sees an angle to take down the kill, so one player gets dropped right now. Yashek is going to try and throw a couple of nades in. He should be very close towards Klabash here, and he would be able to connect. And oh my lord, he just does that little damage. I thought he would have done more, but Yashek's are now in very good position to kind of slow things down for SMP. But the nade comes back flying into Yashek's side. But Klabash is in a lot of trouble. They're converging onto him right now. The entirety of the KUPY is like they're hunting for him, but he has to be careful, and he's running the hell out of there, escaping towards the back house, still in the same compound, but they're in a lot of trouble.
Right, so SMP smartly backing away because they just got a knockdown and they need to recover from that. Right now, like AK-47 has they have a lot of equipment, items, like they're trying to go with the items and nades in, so they get a little bit damage on them and try to get some advantage over them. But right now, Sub is basically playing much safer than they usually do. Right, they're not trying to get, and Freak gets another knockdown.
Yeah, again, they shouldn't be playing in one compound. It might be a little bit too dangerous because nades are just raining in from KUPY. So another nade comes flying out. I think this is the time that they can surge forward and just try to take more kills because one player got knocked. They don't have a lot of firepower to back things up. So Yashek is going to be pushing in first. He knows where a couple of them is. Doesn't see them just yet. But this look at what SMP player is actually playing outside. But he gets exposed. It's Messi X in a lot of trouble here because they know where he's at. But Yashek, the nade comes flying in actually, but doesn't connect. It's actually a molly. Here comes the nade from Yashek.
Yep.
On towards Messi, but they will not connect, I don't think so. But they're going to try and push into the house. This is very smart for Zeno. Actually, he evacuates the house and throws a nade in to try and connect onto KUPY, but it does not. The rest of KUPY just converging onto SMP. They're in a lot of trouble. Citizen X is, again, they're all trying to evacuate the house, but they can't leave Kablash.
So basically, they're like SMP's got the corners, right? So both teams can't push in. Like if you push in hard, it's taking chances. Right now, it's early on the games. Both teams don't want to lose the game early on because you only get 1 point on that. And like losing one person against getting some placement tournaments is worth it if it's necessary. But we can see SMP getting onto their players and trying to heal teammate. And Klabash does get up and does get his health back, so they're back to their normal stages. Yeah,
but look at this. Messi's pretty much a little bit behind here to provide some cover fire. The rest of them are up front. They're escaping through what Messi has provided. That's the safety net that Messi has provided in that house. Now they're going to escape from the back of the house. This is a smarter choice for them because they're getting overrun by KUPY. This might be a little bit dangerous, but as you can see, he doesn't have any healing items, so they can't really take this fight unless it's a long-range fight where they can kind of stab somebody in the back with a flank or kind of get be the third party in the fight.
So basically, they got 2 knocks down. That basically, coming Freak. That's a great flank. We had like pretty much a lot of like flank plays from Freak and SYP's Master. They're good flankers. So they're taking the fight, and SMP in a bad situation. They don't have any items to heal. They got their first man down. They're trying to heal up the second, and Freak's down.
Yeah, but there's still 3 players for SNP very much alive here. One got dropped, is actually Zeno, but they should be able to pick him up. They have just picked him up, but the 3 rest of them are still behind this wall. I don't think KUPY can get to Freak though unless they expose their position, so I don't think they want to do that. The Flash sees one player here passing through, but he will not be able to connect with the shots. But again, now KUPY is in a lot of trouble.
Right, we can see Kurd trying to like get the net and trying to flag, but he gets spotted, so everybody's like looking on the screen. On the other side, Frank is upstairs, still down, I believe.
Yeah.
And we may have a third party coming in.
Yeah.
And Frank actually gets taken down.
Yeah, he actually got third party there by MBZ coming in from behind. And this is providing a lot of trouble because they will be the third party here in this fight. And they could get all of the skills, but I know spoiling your Shacks, who is from KUPY. still outside, looking for the angle to kind of take the fight with SMP. But SMP still hiding behind as well. Citizen's X gets shot upon, drops down very, very low. But he still wants to fight. It's Klubash to get the kill up on Hakar or get the knock up on Hakar. Now they're still fighting from behind the wall. This is very, very safe positioning for them because KUPY is kind of stuck in behind the house, in the house itself. Kind of have no wiggle room at all. But Citizen's X providing a lot of cover fire for that. And KUPY gets dropped in their tracks. And that would be it for them. They will be dropping at 16th place.
Like SMP was on a bad situation right there, right? They had no utilities, and they didn't want to take the fight, but they won actually in the end by just playing it slow and slowing the other team onto their pace. But
yeah, let's check out the circle. The circle still moving towards the west side, or is towards the west side. A lot of the teams have to kind of wiggle their way in towards the circle. SYR right now will be meeting up with UN. I think this is not intended by Master because his teammates are kind of far apart from each other. But oh no, they're pushing in, and Udon, UN Don. So it seems that we'll be able to split on 2 players straight away. RNM gets dropped as well. They have to kind of converge back to kind of support their teammates, but they're getting pushed back. Don wants to push in for some more kills. Another kill, another knock is actually on Groza right now. He gets dropped. They're pushing in. SYR in a lot of trouble. DEA, that's a very hard name to read. WAD gets shot upon from behind, but he has to run. He wants to survive for the meantime. He hides behind a rock. He exposes himself, gets a shot up on Don. Will drop him for the meantime, but his position gets exposed. Bunemer is coming in from the sides as well. He's in a lot of trouble here. There's no wiggle room for him to go. No left side, no right side, and SYR gets dropped in their tracks, and SYR gets dropped entirely. But it was a nice shot coming in from Don there to knock 2 players very, very early on.
So we got 2 masters in this game. One is SYR master and UN master. So we right now can say one of them beat another master. Who's the bigger master now?
Masterception?
Yep. Right, Urban just trying to recover from that fight, losing no one and eliminating one team. 4 kills pretty on, and they spot Team Tang, which is SNT, and trying to land some damage on them. Like we say, the new point system encourages teams to kill more because like kill points is 1 point and because placement points is down. So really every kill counts in this season.
Yeah, they're going to try and fight very early on, especially these teams like SNT, like Kurd Squad. But right now they're having a lot of trouble converging back towards the circle. So right now the smartest choice for UN is actually just to find themselves one compound to kind of hide inside. SNT is in a okay position. They have a compound of their own, but not the biggest compound. So it means that it can be naded upon. So they have to be careful in there.
Yep. So UN just strictly backing off from that fight. They don't want that fight. They weren't in a good position. They can easily get third party. So they're just like, man, we're out. This is not the fight for us today.
Yeah, they're gonna get it tomorrow. So yeah, Max finally finds the bridge. They will be crossing from the bridge on the western side, but I think there's nobody right in front of them, so they should be able to get into this next compound and just kind of play it very, very safe. But the circle is on the top of that whole island, so they have to be careful. Again, a couple of teams are still outside of the circle, so they have to track back in towards that circle, which is on the western side, and it's really, really far. So a lot of teams are kind of stuck in between the water side of the map, and a lot of teams are just kind of just staying there to make sure that they circle sweep, make sure that nobody crosses, and get them kills, you know, from that side. Yeah, so Elite right now with RBK. Kurnax is actually getting shot here, so I think they will be fighting here. Salem dropping that player very, very early on. So RBK losing 1 player, but the rest of them are pretty much still safe. So it should be good for them, pretty much with 3 more players still alive. But Elite here, crossing the bridge, will be going into the circle, and nobody's there, so they should be happily going into the circle safe as well.
So they're trying to get that snowman, which is like special days. We don't get that snowman every day, right? That's special.
Yep.
So right now we have like AMX like camping the bridge to our south bridge. So we have 2 other teams just trying to cross over the water by swimming, just normal. So we got 1 bridge camp, and another bridge is basically safe. But we can see here, like, Elite is just trying to make the decision. Like, should we go? No. Should we fall like? No. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of questionable whether they want to go or not. So SNT right now, they found themselves a boat, but they're getting shot upon. They have to be careful here by SMP from behind. They're still outside the circle, but they want to take this fight. Samurai gets sprayed upon, getting peppered, and drops straight into the water, trying to hide himself in a safer position, but wants to hunt for it. It looks like the rest of SMP will converge on him as well. Looks like they want to take this fight, but they have to get themselves into the circle because the blue is eating them up alive. And SNT still very much on towards the eastern side of the map.
Right, we can look at the map right on our southeast corner. We have 3 maps, SMP being the backest, and this blue is gonna hurt after this round if they don't make it. So Elite is just camping there and waiting for the kills to come in. We had another 2 teams on the east side. We can that's gonna go fast. And we got SMP just barely trying to get over the blues.
Yep, so far it looks like they should be able to do so. They have a lot of med kits as well. A lot of first aids as well. So they should be able to do that. But look at that nade though. Does absolutely no damage. That's trickery of the eye there. But RBK wants to fire back. They want to take this fight against UN. But UN's hiding in a very good position as well. But they're getting dropped. There's 2 players already dropped. Masters dropped as well. Your favorite player. But Don here, who is one of the better players from UN, who got himself a double kill to kind of secure the kill as on the team on SYR, is still very much alive. So they have to be careful taking this fight because Don, we know how good he is on the gun.
Alright, so Master gets taken down and followed by
Don as well. Yeah, right. Don gets knocked as well. So the rest of them are actually converging here. No, Miramar is actually trying to revive his teammate here, but he's still behind the rock. Okay, wants to go for the fight. We'll be able to knock him down again. Don gets sprayed upon as well, but the player is coming in from behind him. He has to be careful here. It's actually RBK Skull who gets a kill up on Bunemer there. And they should be able to finish the job here, but nope, they can't see him inside the smoke. Skull throws out a molly, will not connect, but it's actually Bashar who will be able to pick up Don here.
Last spot is if Ruby School goes for the kill right now, he's gonna Don wouldn't be able to make it. But right now, Don just make it, and he's gonna be able to recover from that. And RB Skull is on his own.
Yep, Skull is all alone here. Does he want to take the fight? He's actually running the heck out of there. And Don, after reviving his teammate, they should be able to escape from here as well. But the circle's moving in. They still want to take this fight. Kind of get themselves a little bit more points, but the circle's moving in and it's starting to hurt now. So they have to be careful here. Do they make the decision of going into the circle, or does he want to fight Skull? They see Skull, so they're going to try and spray him down, but it will not connect because Skull is hiding behind the tree. So again, where's the decision coming in from UN? Do they want to take this fight or do they want to run? It looks like they're half and half here. Half the feet going into the door, that they want to take the fight with Skull, and they're spraying him, peppering him with bullets. Skull somehow survives for the meantime, will be able to hide behind the rocks. And I think Bashar is like, okay, this is enough. We have to get ourselves into the circle because this is starting to hurt.
So right now we have MEA fighting over SMP or Elite in the same time, which not a lot of kills coming in. I saw 1 kill from Elite, but this blue is gonna hurt and they need to use first aids to get over there, and hopefully KS don't seize them before they get in.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of problem. That's the IRAQI squad right on top there in a very good position. Elite though, it might get sandwiched here. SMP just trying to make the longest flank ever against SMP, so they have to be careful. Oh, sorry, against Elite here. So Elite, Ali gonna shoot back, but it's actually KS. The Kurd Squad is actually under fire now. We will be able to get one. It's actually Hishi to get dropped. Don still very much alive here, but it's actually Ari to get dropped again by Ali. He wants to finish the job, but just can't get the shot up on him. Bojo is right above him, should be able to survive for the meantime, but Ali wants to fire in and pepper in a couple more shots. It looks like they are converging on towards each other, so they're kind of dropping gears right now, kind of relaxing a little bit. You know what? I think we should hide here a little bit for the meantime. But SNT under fire, Samurai gets dropped and will be knocked and will be killed and will be finished off. So 1 player from the SNT squad has been dropped here.
Again, this is a tight map and we see the kills just flying in on the left corner. That fight's going everywhere. We're just trying to get out with it. But
this is crazy because Elite is trying to third party here and SNT gets dropped. Don doesn't have any healing and he's trying to run back into the circle, but Korean this year gets fired upon by SMP's Kablash, who's all alone here, but he gets fired upon as well. He gets dropped very low and he gets knocked on his feet. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He can't really have a lot of support there to kind of get him back up. 6 teams still alive, 17 players alive in this map, and he's starting to close down. He's starting to feel very claustrophobic here, AJ.
Right. So we have like 5 teams left right now. We got Arab Mandis, and I think that 5 just went for 4. No, sorry, my bad. So we got Arab Madness, which is ABM, sorry. We got 4 players on good games, 3 players. IRAQI Squad, which was the winner chicken from last squad, got 3 members on, and we got IRAQI Elite, which is Elite we say normally, have also 3 person, and me Assassains by 2 persons alive.
Yep, Iron Madness are now looks like they're in prime position to take this game away. There's still 5 teams very much alive, only 15 players alive. So this circle is starting to hurt a lot of them if they play outside. And a couple of teams are playing outside right now. Assassains is in a lot of trouble as IRAQI Squad has the best positioning in the game. They are on top on the high ground. They can see everybody here. Butcher's going to try and run into the house. He gets dropped very low as well. So he has no wiggle room at all. No ways of escape. He will have to expose himself while he runs out, but he's hiding behind the hut for the meantime. He gets knocked and oh my god, there's no way for him to run here.
Right now, IRAQI has the dominating position on this map right now because they are on the high ground. The ones that can only fight them are basically GG, and they're taking great damage. And Sapzap gets knocked down, and let's see how long they can take this.
Yeah, but IRAQI Squad again, as you said, taking the fight but not looking behind them, and GG kind of counts on the opportunity to take those kills, but somehow outplay. He's shooting against them. GG still hiding behind the trees. Still very much safe for the meantime, but a lot of them are taking a lot of heavy fire here from this from the IRAQI Squad.
Right, so GGs are on the northern side of the circle, and like so far so good. Like IRAQI Squad is getting the circle favors, right? They're like in the best position right now, and they were in the best position in the last round, and they're just like they know the only threat is gonna make the only threat are the GG.
Oh, very good shot coming in from outplay onto Azab, and he is in a lot of trouble as well. He tries to run away, but he gets slayed very fast, and that will be 2 teams left. And IRAQI Squad prime to take another winner chicken dinner here.
Alright, so right now Outplay knows there's one like under them, and Elite is just trying to flank them around, and they basically made it around coming up, but they're gonna take him down because IRAQI have the better position, and there's only basically one way to get up here, so they just have to hold the circle.
Again, getting peppered very fast. IRAQI Squad looks like they want to take this winner chicken dinner. Saleh gets sprayed upon as well. There's a lot of trouble here, Elite. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. IRAQI Squad looking very prime to take this winner chicken dinner. Again, Marco just firing on all cylinders, just firing everybody that he sees. GG Squad was behind them, gets slayed. That's how good IRAQI Squad are looking right now because they were flanked, but someone got the kill from behind, and he's Gian all alone underneath them. That's not looking too good for him right now. Gian all alone, and IRAQI Squad looking for him. They're gonna jump down
and coming up and getting the last kill. So congrats to IRAQI Squad getting the 2nd chicken dinner today, and Andy Bob, like, that's a lot of kills. That's 6 kills plus 3, and that 10 kills for round 2. Like 5 less, but still a lot. So adding 30 points to 35 makes 64 points in like ending in the first place. Yeah,
that was really good as well for IRAQI Squad. They got flanked very early on by GG Squad, as you said, right? The only team that could take them down was GG Squad, but GG Squad just kind of had to run into it as a circle, and it kind of beat them in the posterior there. And
so there was no cover for GG Squad, and they had like 2 men left. So, and basically seemed like they didn't have a lot of information. So they didn't know where the shots were coming in. So as soon as they got revived, tried to move into circles, it was dead ahead the IQ Squad. So there was nothing for them to take cover or fight back for.
Yep, it makes it very hard, but somehow they're managing to get that. Now looking back at the game here, where you can look at Elite here, was in a very good position very early on because they were quite close towards the towards the rest of the team, but they were in very good positions as well. So that's very, very good.
All right. So that was it for match 2. So congrats again to IRAQI squad.
Yeah, IRAQI squad very, very good for the second map as well. Looking prime and ready for the first game. Of course, we were saying that some of the teams start very slow, but IRAQI squad just firing on all cylinders very early on.
They're on fire right now. Like, they got the first game, they got the second and second. So next round, we're gonna see teams, if they found out that's IRAQI squad, they're gonna fall back because it's scary for them right now. It's basically scary and they're hyped. So let's see if they can keep this hype going and dominate first day.
Yep, they look like they're heading towards that direction, right? Like looking like they want to finish the game very, very strong, or finish the day very, very strong, winning the first 2 winning chicken dinners, and getting no teams could have flanked them. Even GG squad was prime position again. They had the high ground, but GG squad had the higher ground in from behind as well. They could have gotten the flank, but somehow they just turned back to get the kill. So like, right now you're going to look at the scoreboard as well.
There was no time for. So we got the scoreboard and ended up total points of this round, not every round.
Yep.
So on 30 points, and last round was like 35. So they are going to end up in 65 points. IRAQI Elite ended up with 20 points, and they got also 6 points. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah, IRAQI Elite doing well in this game as IRAQI squad as well. So both the IRAQI squads are just doing pretty well in this game. SMP following at 3rd, getting 14.
UN still got 9 kills like last round, right? They still got those kills matters, and Kurd Squad and SYR Team not so lucky on their first try in this map, because especially SYR, they got eliminated pretty fast.
And look at that though, very, very hefty. 65 points for IRAQI squad, followed by me Assassins at 24 and SNP at 24 as well. That's more than double the score of
basically triple,
more than double the score of me Assassins and SMP, or both of them combined. Doesn't even reach IRAQI squad right now.
So so right now we can see SMP actually didn't get a good kill on the first round, right? Did they? They did. They did. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
All right. So SMP Jamal. No, they didn't.
They could have.
They could have. It doesn't matter. So once again, like I'm trying to just tell the audience that in this season, kill basically matters, because from last season there was only 30 placement points for the placement. Right now it's 20 points. So you basically, if you keep killing and you get those average kills per map, you still can be on the leaderboard. Here we have the killer.
Oh my god,
this
though.
Is a lot.
IRAQI squad taking the first, second, 4th, and 5th place to make sure that they kind of cover the leaderboard with their whole squad. Uncharted's UN Bashar is there as well, but it's only sitting at number 3. But the rest of them are just firing on all cylinders for the IRAQI squad.
That's dominating. Like, you get four places on kill squad, right? That's dominating. Like, you get 4 kills, and you have 2 chicken dinners. Like, hold on, mass calculating. Yeah, if they win, 2 more rounds, they are going to be qualified normally. Yeah,
this 100 is really hard to catch. Even 64 is very hard to catch as well. But I'm pretty sure some of the teams will try their best to do so. But we've seen like teams doing pretty well in the first game and second games, right? But ended like not qualifying. Like it's basically, if they can keep it like if they keep playing like this and they don't get good results, it's gonna cost them, right? So once again, for those who basically just turn it, you can just subscribe for PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel and download PUBG Mobile from Google Play or App Store right away. Yep, and that was Game 2. We will be returning for Game 3 after this. Welcome, and again, thank you for joining us at the PMCO Middle Eastern Group Stages. Alright, see you later. Welcome back to PMCO Fall Split. I'm Win along with AJ. We are a caster for the day, and of course, thank you out to our title sponsors Vivo as well. And remember, for seamless and uninterrupted gaming time, use the Vivo V17 Pro.
Yep, that's the phone to go to,
Yeah.
right? Also, if you want to keep watching this tournament or the seasons, please subscribe to PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel and download PUBG Mobile from Google Play or App Store.
Yep, so again, that's how you guys make sure that you are up and running and you are catching up with what's new and what's happening in the world of PUBG Mobile. And thanks again for joining us. This is going to be game 3 from the Middle Eastern group stages. And what a game number 1, number 2 for IRAQI Squad, right?
If you're just turning in, basically IRAQI Squad just got 2 winner chickens in a row and ended up 65 points. That's lots of points, and it's gonna be hard to catch up with that.
Yeah, to give you some context, the next team underneath them, I think the next 2 teams underneath them only have 24 each.
Yeah.
I think it's SMP or something like that.
SNR and I guess what's it called? Elite.
Alright.
Elite.
So, okay, 2 more teams underneath them only have 24 points each. That means both of them combined still does not reach IRAQI Squad, who's sitting at 64. They're looking prime and ready for this day 1, looking like they're firing on all cylinders. And it was very, very good as well because they were in a position where they could have gotten flanked twice by Elite Squad and GG.
Gang.
Yeah, but somehow they survived and turned on their backs on the both of them, and you've got themselves that winner chicken dinner in the second game.
So basically, like IRAQI Squad had the good tactics. Like in the first round, they got good. Right, we'll come back to that later.
Yeah, now we're going to go into map number 3. It will be Miramar 8x8. Another amount of time is 18 amount of time. So this is one of the maps which you really need to get into your vehicles very, very soon to make sure that you can rotate around. So that's one of the things that these teams have to make sure that they kind of get the rundown of.
Alright, dude, have you seen this dragon plane? That's dope. That's
right?
dope.
That's really cool, right?
Right, and also the skins are pretty cool as well. The ninja skins, right?
Yeah,
Like
I've seen that around. So yeah, the plane path not looking too great because it's actually sighted towards the southwestern side of it, and not a lot of sites or a lot of places that usually a lot of these teams go. Maybe Chumacera, we can see a couple of teams going there, but most of them will be going to Picado, Power Grid, San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, Junkyard. The rest of them most probably will be going towards the eastern side. But
Yeah.
right now we see only SNP heading towards the bottom side of the map. I think they will be the only team that will be playing towards that area actually.
So basically, right now, most of the teams are playing straightly on the south side of the map.
Yeah,
Sorry,
on
not
the eastern side of the
eastern
map.
side, sorry, man.
Yeah, okay, again, the bigger side of the map is the eastern side, so they have to kind of just play around it, and the flight path does not help them whatsoever. So as you can see, again, I think there's a couple of teams that are there, but the rest of them are actually around the eastern side of the map.
Right. So starting off, we have KI, which didn't have a good day today. Actually, they got Ninja, especially getting knocked down on the first game and trying to come back. So they got. I think they're in right now in Picado, trying to get those things. Right. Oh, sorry, my bad. They're not in Picado. They're actually in El Pozo. Sorry.
No problems there. With Kurd is one. Yeah, they haven't been looking so hot in the first couple of games. This is of course the third game, and we were talking about that earlier on. Whoa, a very, very early knock on the Kurd Squad here. They have one player knocked. C4 is all alone here. I'm not too sure what he's doing there, but somehow he gets a knock on one of the players from Kurd Squad, and they lose Ari very early on. And he's all alone here. This is very, very strange, but his teammate is kind of converging onto him. They are at San Martin right now, and they should be able to support him in whatever way he needs to be. But C4 still very much safe here in this house, in this compound. And Kurd Squad nowhere to be seen. I don't think they want to take this fight because they do not know what's on the other end. Buja, as you can see, just kind of proning in the house right now because, again, they don't have a lot of information. Baby is really far from Buja right now. C4 is all alone in that house, but they have no information whatsoever for the side of Kurd Squad.
Yeah, and C4 right now, although he have the M24 on his back, but right now he's all alone and he has no items to heal himself. On the other hand, Bujo is just watching C4. He's hearing him loud and clear. He knows he's there and just waiting for those information just to come up.
Yeah, but the rest of AM are actually kind of coming in and converging onto him. We can see a lot of kills coming in here. IRAQI squad even getting one there. SMP getting one as well. Marco getting dropped here, one of the IRAQI squad players. So that's very early knock coming in. And they should be able to finish him off. They actually outplay who gets the kill up on Golden Boy to make sure that he gets that one kill. Now AK-47 just playing around here, but nobody's here. Nobody's home.
Nobody's here. So we're on the Preto Pressing.
Yeah,
right.
Puerto Paraíso here, and towards the end of the map, or towards the edge of the map, but a couple of teams are still actually there.
In Valle del Mar.
Yeah, now in Valle del Mar. RBK is there along with SMP, but SMP is on the other side of the town, so I don't think they'll be meeting up with each other very soon.
But they know someone's here, so both teams have two Spartans on the front side of each other, so just to make sure no one flanks around and not getting surprised suddenly.
Yeah, suddenly things can change very, very fast. So RBK, Skull sees a couple of...
was that IRAQI squad on the left side? Like,
yeah.
I think IRAQI squad didn't have a good start on this round.
They lost one play very early on, but they're still fighting it off. But RBK Skull getting shot here from the back.
C4 is also getting knocked down. Was on the other side.
Oh my god, Skull gets knocked while he was in the car from Citizen X. And Kablash is providing cover fire as well. They are in a lot of trouble now. SMP is just jumping down. Kablash wants to go in for the kill. RBK is running the heck out of there, but
trying to get that flag, trying to close the distance, because right now they have the upper hand. Like, you got one knockdown, and they're gonna use some items like to recover, and it's gonna take some coins. Either you go back or you push up, right? There's two ways to play this out, right? And I think RPK is just gonna hold the position and camp a wall. More information. We can see SMP going like two-sided, like they're flanking on both sides. This can end up nicely or quite badly, because you have only two players. You are basically cut off from each other. Yeah,
I definitely agree there, because they want to do the sandwich maneuver, but at the same time you're splitting your offenses apart because you're splitting it 2 and 2. So if RBK turns on one side, both of the players can be dropped very, very fast as well. So they have to be careful with that. So right now I think SMP wants to go in for the fight, but they're playing it a little bit slow. They don't want to overjump the gun and just kind of find themselves in a situation where they can't really escape.
Yeah, of course, like especially RPK right now, they already lost a member of them, so they don't want to fight early on. They just want to can we fight later on? Yeah, it's not a good time for us.
Especially when Skull got the car, he gets dropped as well. So this is the current standings, as you can see on your left side of the screen. IRAQ squad with 65 points, Me Assassins at 24, along with SMP at 24 as well. So you can see Me Assassins plus SMP still couldn't get on IRAQ squad's level.
Yep. So right now, still RPK still camping and making sure and getting some informations in, but looks like SMP is just making sure that RPK doesn't flank around, and looks like RPK is ready to move out. They're scouting, I believe, scouting for safety if someone's already behind and they're not sure, and after that they might just get a vehicle and get out of her. As we can see, SMP is already on the move trying to get out of there, and they got the vehicle, so they can be out in pretty quick.
Yeah, they can get out of there hastily and maybe get themselves into a better position into the map, because the circle is right smack basically on top of the power grid, and creative field, water treatment, that's the 4 squares that make up the inner circle right now. So a lot of these teams are still outside. SMP, you can see MBZ outside, Elite is still outside as well. So they will be converging in towards the circle very, very soon. MEA now in a lot of trouble. They are sitting at the 2nd place with 24 points, but MBZ is slowly catching up to them near Puerto Paraíso.
So right now, this is like bad time to be engaging two teams, right? You're in the circle, you're lower on items to fight with, and you already lost a member, and if you can't get out of it, just get out of it, right? But we can see actually MK14, Assassin MK14 getting good position and landing those shots. One more shot, one hit, and not getting it.
Yeah,
That
actually
was
somehow
close.
just
That
hides
was
behind the
close.
wall, and he's very low as well. But MK14 is doing a lot of work there, just peppering him with a lot of bullets and dropping him very, very low. And the rest of them is still very much alive,
that
but
was
they're a lot of Kaito.
yeah, that was unfortunate. Like, if he could like get that kill down from like to M4C, that could be a game changer right now. Because if you get one person down, like MEA guys can basically push up.
Yeah, but again, it's ill-advised if you want to try and push out.
Yep.
Because it's a very dangerous spot for them as well. Because they will be open and out for business if they get, if they try and push in. Because they will be shot from the sides as well. So MEA are thinking about it. They're running away.
I believe like MEA right now, like we can see MK Phoenix just got the car. So basically, Faker and MEA was just trying to hold it back and not letting the other team to just rush in and get the kills, and they just send another player to just get the ride and get them out of here. So we can see Assassin MK14 trying to make his way back to their teammates, but will it be a? Can they make it? It's pretty far.
Yeah, they have to track fairly far with MK14, like at least a kilometer away. So he has to take a lot of time here. But MBZ though, in a line of fire here, and they're bandaging up as well. So they have a vehicle of their own. They should be able to get out of that scot-free as well.
Right, and MEA and both MBZ not fighting anymore. Like, that's the right decision to do. Like, we've seen plays that they engage for too long and getting themselves in trouble. If it takes too long and nothing is happening, just get out. Just get out.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Like, a lot of these teams are just trying to gun down for kills. Right? Sometimes they over-engage, they overstay their welcome, and sometimes they get overrun by third parties, sometimes they get eaten by the blue. Like just now in Sanhok, I believe, when there was like 5 teams still very much alive, at least 6 players or 5 players got eaten by the blue. And that was really, really painful to watch. It was funny, but still painful to watch. Now SNT, ni haciendo de patron, very close to towards AM as well. And yep. Doesn't look like they want to take this fight, but they have to be careful here if they want to fight this, because how can they do this? Because if SNT goes swing for the fight, they are very exposed, but they see a couple of players coming in from the AMX squad, so I think they want to take this fight now. But again, they are in the lower ground. They can be shot upon from above. They don't have a lot of vantage point from here on out. All the houses closest to them are maybe a couple of stories up, and it's very, very low.
Yeah, it's pretty like. So the favor is actually on SNT because the circle is basically on their side. So what later on AMX is trying to do is get over there. So either they're gonna kill SNT and get out there, and that's a great shot from Jamal, getting that headshot onto
Butcher
right there.
Yeah, that's very good. Looks like they can push this, but again, AMX are on a vantage point right now. They have bird's eye view of the situation around them, so it makes it very hard for 619 to kind of push in. But it looks like they're going to try and take down one by one to try and leech in, but Lachine gets dropped here from KS. Again, the third party, as you said, coming in from behind. They're overstaying their welcome here, SNT. They're out in the open. They should have taken this fight, and it's taken such a long time to engage these teams.
Yeah, so if you like engage, especially in this map has higher grounds, like lower grounds all the time. You don't know where the guns are going to come from, the bullets are going to come from. So don't take any extra risks, alright? Just close it in and fight it fast or get out.
But look at this, so KS is looking on, they are looking on both directions. And again, Clayton's eating a player from enemy Assassins, so they're quite further apart from the circle right now. Again, they have to kind of track back because they were at Puerto Palacio, so there is quite a ways away to have to track back. But SNT here, will they want to take this fight or run away from here? MEA loses another player that getting knocked. It's Faker getting knocked there. So the time management is not really good. I think they should have gotten it out there very, very early on.
Yeah, so like basically, if you're engaged by a third party, try not to fight them anymore because you're gonna get sandwiched easily, or maybe like you kill the other team and they get the kills, or you basically you get eaten by a bigger fish.
Yeah,
Right.
I totally agree with that.
So right now, like KS was being third party, and now getting third party by RBK again. So don't fight too much. We can see RBK and KSH being too close, and MBZ trying to catch up onto them if possible. And the circle we can see is basically empty right now. Every team's trying to get in there.
Yeah, it's only Uncharted right now who has us right smack in the middle of the circle in a very safer position. But right now it looks like KS has found a Skull. They will be able to take Skull down for the meantime. Gets knocked, and now they're trying to push in. He's actually going to push in first. Higgs has a gun in hand, M4 in hand as well. Looks like they want to fire. The RBK team, RBK is still very much hiding inside the compound. They should be able to hide inside the smoke as well, but they're getting peppered with bullets by Higgs. But Higgs going to try and flank around, and they have two players here coming in. Baby is there as well. So are they going to take this fight? Look at the position from the players from RBK here. They are all around this compound. They're trying to bite the time. A nade comes flying out, will not connect, but RBK trying to go in for the flank. But Hawkeye might be eating a little bit too much here and biting more than he can chew, as Higgs is providing a lot of cover fire for his teammates and just suppressing the RBK squad.
Again, KS is like right now. KS like this fight is again taking too long for both RBK and KS. They can be easily right now flanked by actually Elite Squad or 963. They're basically like 50 meters away. So they need to finish this fast or just disengage.
Yep, now Baby going to push in as well. He got shot a little bit, turns back towards the AK, but it's actually Higgs to provide support. We'll be able to take down Skull and finish him off as well. That's very good so far. But RBK still has a couple of members staying alive here, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to be careful with that.
Alright, grenades. Got grenade right there. Waiting for it.
Yep.
Oh, that was a fake grenade. That was smoke. You just tried to scare off.
Yeah, but it seems like it didn't work. No 200 IQ here,
right.
But maybe again, sitting on the first floor, RBK is right above them. Do they want to finish this off, get those points, or do they want to escape here and go towards the circle? Because the blue is starting to move, and they have to make haste here. But Higgs pushes up as well. Could be able to get connects and the second kill as well. RBK gets eliminated at 15th place. What a play by KS here, especially Higgs. So very good push coming in from him.
So right now, this round, because the drops were from the northeast to, the northwest to southeast. So basically, most of the team end up being on the south side of the map, and the circle is right now on the north side. Right? Remember, like we were talking, like I've never seen circles on the north side, and like, all right. Sorry about that.
You get what you asked for, brother. You get what you asked for.
So we basically have a lot of teams on the south side of the map. So we're gonna get a lot of engagements and early on kills. And basically this round we may end up seeing teams like two members or maximum 3 members each.
Yeah, that could happen very, very soon as well, because you can see they're tracking their way into the circle. SYR is right smack in the middle, or actually they're in the circle. Yeah, they're safe. 7 Kings is actually quite close to them, are coming into the circle as well. Elite, KI1 is very close towards getting into the circle, but they're still very far apart. SNT pushing in as well. A lot of them are still outside the circle, and they have to track their way in, but KI1, that means that they have to track in between 963 and Elite to get into the circle. That means there's 2 teams right in front of them before they get into the circle. So they have to fight. There's no other way that they have to fight.
Alright, and it's coming up to IRAQI Squad. And IRAQI Squad were doing pretty good on the first 2 rounds. But right now they have just 2 players in.
Yep, Salman is there to provide support. Will be able to pick up his teammates. C4 is still there to kind of suppress them down. But Salman wants to go in for the fight. He brings up the M4, goes straight in on C4. We'll be able to drop him. Now he can pick up his teammate. That's very good. No, he actually wants to go in for the fight and finish off C4. That's ballsy from Salman. And somehow he gets a kill as well.
Right, he gets the point. They should be able to make it into the last circle. We have MX running away and getting shot upon and taking some damage right there. Cars is going black. Man, this can blow up pretty easily.
this is dark days for Butcher right now. He has to kind of escape with that, but he's doing the circle sweep where he's playing outside the circle, just getting a lot of information at the same time, just trying to escape them, finding his route where he can actually enter the circle. But right now it's actually 963 who will be taking out a couple of players, or actually one player. It's Higgs who gets taken out from the side of KS.
So right now we have like KI, like just playing safe, like entering the right side of the map. So they got Zeko being the spotter, or the scout.
Oh, look at this. So 963 on the left side of the screen. AMX has one more player. It's 852, but he's right smack in the middle. They're getting sandwiched by the SYR squad as well. So he has to be careful here. It's actually Afnan who sees a couple of players coming in from below them. That's actually the SYR squad. So I think they want to engage here, but 963, they don't really have a viewpoint of where they can see the players from SYR.
Right. So right now 963 has a little bit like upper hand, but it depends how, like, because they're on high grounds, but they can easily be sandwiched by too many teams, right? They got SYR on their west, they got SNT on their south, they got AM like sneaking around, so it's gonna be hard for them.
Yeah, it's going to be hard indeed. So let's see whether SYR can make it towards a safer position right now. Yeah, again, they could be sandwiched because there's 3 teams around them. But as you can see now, AMX 852 is trying to evade them all together. He's hiding inside the smoke where SYR Master is coming in behind him. So he has to be careful here, but he's still hiding behind the smoke for the meantime. Nobody sees him for now, but he's going to be outside of the circle. So they have to be careful here. But the circle went back towards the south side, so it means that 7K who was at the top there has to come back down towards the lower side of the map.
But it's okay for them because they don't have to like engage anybody. Right now we can see everybody, how is everybody playing. So right now UN Master were engaging with MEA and had some fight, but luckily no one's dead yet.
Yep, KI1 or Kurd Squad is the one that's being fired upon by Master here. A couple of nades come flying out, will not connect on the KI1 squad. But so far they're pretty much safe here in this nuke, or the nuke around this mountain. There's a little bit of a hole there where they can hide themselves in. Molly comes flying out as well from Master, but he has a vantage point right now. Very good vantage point where he can see a lot of them. But again, the circle's moving in, so they have to make haste as well. But look at this MK14. It's right smack, right smack in the middle of them, or behind them actually. He can go in sneaking and should be able to take down a couple of players from UN if he plays it smart.
No,
oh, they found him.
Right, they found him and gets taken out. So that being the 4th sting, like 9th sting, 10th sting, 11th team. Yeah,
11th team. So KS right now taking down the players from SYR. There's left one more player here. Very good coming in from the squad, but they're getting sandwiched at SNT and along with 963, just sandwiching the SYR squad, peppering them with bullets. There's no means of escape for the meantime, but it looks like they will be able to pick up their teammates here. SNT very much alive. 4 players still left alive here. And where are they moving from here? They are in the circle. There's only one player on their left from SYR, but they're actually fighting on 963 who are on the hill and has a vantage point above them as well. Hamza's getting peppered by somebody else. It's getting third party as well, so they have to be careful. It's actually AMX coming in from the side. Somehow A52 still very much alive here. So even though he was about to be sandwiched, will get the kill, but he will get the knock, but he will be killed in return. So
yep.
Yeah, that's all she wrote for him.
Right, so right now we have SNT on the sides, still like they're in the best position. They only have to fight off SYR, which are on their western side. So if they can hold, like not let SYR come their way, they basically SYR is going to fight for them because it's like it's not the best idea. Just keep them over there and let them be your items instead.
Yeah, you could just expand this other team to just let them take the fight right in front of you. But look at the shot upon below. It's actually Master gets shot upon by Afnan, and he will be able to get that knock up on him. But Afnan is in a lot of trouble as well. Drops very, very low because he's getting third party and loses his friend as well. And Afnan will be able to heal up. They already lost 2 players here. And SNT still very much somehow in a very small compound. but still very much alive, still engaging onto SYR. But remember what AJ said just now, if you are engaging too long, this long engagement, you can just kind of have to back off because you can't really win the fight and you can't get third party as well.
Right, so we can see the circle is again moved to the eastern side of the circle. So basically, United Nation had the better position, right?
Yeah.
If they stayed, they had the better position. They moved to north, and 17 was on the north, so they backed down from north to west and getting taken down 3 men, right? They're basically on 1 man left, and 963 was always there, so like chilling. Chilling right there.
Yep.
And KI is basically right now in best L's and best sides.
Yeah, look at this SNT. It's just running and gunning here straight away into a circle. They will drive themselves in, but you can see everybody's converging on a 16 free very much alive, all converging into a circle. We only have one team that's outside. That's actually 963. Now they're making their way in, but it looks like KI1 getting shot upon by SNT, but somehow the shots will not connect as KI1 is hiding behind those rocks, behind the hill. But right now, as you said just now, SNT can be fired upon from behind. They have to be careful with their position right now. They are the top teams from last split, but right now they're not looking too hot in the first day.
Right, and actually like KIOI was having a hard time right now. Like they had to fight up 2 teams to try to hold the position, but luckily SNT was third party by UN, which was on the western side of the map, and tried to come inside. So UN gets taken down. So back to KI1 and
now
SNTs.
SNT can engage them 1 by 1 now. So with that finish off, it means that they don't have to really concentrate on too many areas. They just can concentrate on one area right now. But KI1 still very much alive. 3 players strong. But as you can see, Zico though, it looks like he hasn't healed up yet. I'm not too sure what's the... Oh, no, he's healed up. So, okay, he has the healing items, because I was a little bit scared because a lot of these teams just kind of tracked into a circle without looting as much. But now there's 4 teams left, 10 players alive. SNT is one of those teams with 3 players strong. One getting knocked is actually Samurai, but still very much alive. They can pick him up as well. All of these teams are already in the circle, so they will be converging very, very soon.
So SYR, which is Team 11, if you can see him on the map, right upside, is the lone man like alive, carrying the torch for his team and trying to get there. And luckily he gets into the circle, but not too lucky because everyone is trying to come from north and everybody he's gonna get spot. And here we are fighting against Kurd and taking 1 person down. SNT, which like remember the guy who like sneaked there?
Yeah,
like, Jamal, right? He can basically... They're in the best situation right now with 4 members alive, the circle's on their side, and if they can hold it up, they can be the one to eat the chicken.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yep.
Be the one. So SNT, 4 players strong, Kurd Up team lost got 1 knocked. But SNT, the team that was the champion of last split. Now finally looking like they're finding their groove, especially on Miramar. As we said, this is one of the stronger maps for the Middle Eastern squads coming into this, but the nade will not connect. Zico hides behind the wall, but AK-47 all alone here, very, very lonely in this situation, firing all this, trying to pepper them with the grenades instead. The grenade, that might connect them, but Zico actually runs away. That was really, really close as well.
So basically like it is like it's okay to fight them, but it's like if like AK-47 tries to get a better position because it's already a 1v2 position, and SYR is just waiting. SYR are the bigger fish right now.
Yeah.
Like it's not good for anyone to like go for kills.
AK-47 somehow survives. We'll be able to take down the whole squad. Holy smokes. KI1 actually got taken out there by the solo player. That was really, really good. Now they are converging onto AK-47 in a lot of trouble. They know where he's at. Captain's waiting for him to come out from the behind the MPV, or what's he called again? The coach. Behind the coach, and he gets dropped in the blue zone.
They don't know SYR is behind them. But
yeah,
if
but
nothing happens.
Yeah, it's a 4v1 right now. They should be getting this. They should be getting this round.
Let's see, like if he can get that single kill, like it's important. Oh, that was a close nade, but he didn't get it. Standing up, right? Let's see if he gets that kill. It's important. It's like it's 1 point. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's 1 point. It's worth it. So he's gonna try and kind of buy himself some time a little bit. But SYR in a lot of trouble. SNT now looking very, very strong.
That's a good thing. Miss.
Oh, actually gets the fire on. SYR suddenly still very much alive. DEA shooting on all cylinders, firing with the M249. Sanhok connects with one. Now he runs to the side. This is very, very bad for SNT. They have to take this fight and they have to make sure that they get the kill. Jamal actually gets knocked as well. It leaves Captain all alone. 1v1 situation between him and the SYR player. That's DEA. They're going to try and fight it out. Is Captain all alone? 1v1. He's hiding and sneaking around. He wants to try and revive his friend, but he can't do it because he is kind of firing with his M249.
And he gets the kill!
Oh, he didn't. He didn't. Oh,
didn't.
no, he didn't.
One
Oh,
match
SNT won.
SNT won. Alright, that was close.
That was very close. With the M249, he made it really, really work because he got a couple of kills there. A couple of good kills as well from DEAA3. That's a very long name to say, but with the M249, that's really good.
Like, I really thought he got the kill.
Yeah.
It was so close. Like, oh, he's getting there. He's getting there. Ah, so close. Sorry about the yell, right?
No problem.
Right.
I think SNT, whatever it is, at the end of it, did really, really good.
So we got the highlights, the map, like the route we got. This was a pretty good shot from the guys. That was a clean headshot right there, and followed up by KSing, which was an escape wall coming up, just eating everybody up.
Yeah, they were looking pretty good. This is where C4, I think, had somehow survived and will be able to take a couple of kills. Salmon as well played fantastically in that round. Afton got a couple of really long-range shots in, but whatever it is SNT who got the win at the end of it. We were talking about SNT very early on, right?
Yep.
Last split, they were the champions of the Middle Eastern groups, the Middle Eastern region, and they got through the global finals, but their performance was really lasted in the global finals. But somehow today, in the third games, they're finding their groove a little bit back, but that still doesn't leave IRAQI squad out because they got two chicken dinners back to back.
Again, like we were on game one, like SNT sneaked their way onto second place, right?
Yeah, Jamal.
Right.
That's
Jamal,
really smart.
right? And it was smart, and in like second place 16 points, it's not less. So right now they basically secured the chicken dinner, right? So that's 20 points, and they basically are catching up, like on to IRAQI squad. But unfortunately, IRAQI squad didn't get a good start today on this map.
Yeah, on this map.
Third, right? But they still should be on the first place. Because
Yeah.
they also got some kills, but I saw like IRAQI squad like quitting early because they didn't have any vehicles, so they didn't want to give any points to the game, so they just like we're out.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, so again, not just them. A lot of the other teams that was Puerto Palacio, they just kind of gave up without going back to the circle. Right? And now we look at the scoreboard for this game, and SNT with 27 points, Kurd Up team with 17, Kurd is 1 with 17. So it's a little bit of a tongue twister there with the Kurd Up team and Kurd is 1, but both of them getting 17 points each. So they are trying to catch back up to the teams. SYR, though, a little bit unlucky, they're falling into 4th place.
Yes, and like the problem with this map was everybody was engaging too long. Like everybody got third party. Everybody like didn't have the opportunity to stick together and make those gameplays. But it was like basically every man to their own. So let's see what they can do on map 4.
Yeah, hopefully on map 4 they will be a little bit stronger because map 4 will be going back into Erangel.
Yes.
So that should be fun to watch as well. But you can see they're not looking too hard. A lot of the teams not looking too hard right now. IRAQI squad still very much at first place with 70 points. They got 6 kills in the last round. Yeah, there will be 6, right? They were 64. So they got 6 kills in the last round. SNT in second place right now with 47 with that one winner in chicken dinner, and SYR in third place with 32. So still, SNT and SYR can catch towards IRAQI squad, but IRAQI squad though, they have to be careful going into this because they got good kills, but they kind of fell very, very early on.
Yes, like you said. So, and another like part was it from SYR, like basically SNT from the beginning, they tried to manage to be in the circle and be in the game for a long time. So a lot of placement points for them. And IRAQI scored, like they were hyped on the first 2 games, but yeah, like they didn't end up well on the third map. But also getting some kills was worth it for them, even though. And followed by other teams. And we have Race.
No, we're just looking at the other teams that are going to be playing after this. But of course, Salmon with 10 kills. The IRAQI squad players are still occupying the first 2 places or the first 2 top in the leaderboard of kills. And Outplay is there as well with 9. UN's Bashar is there with 8. Zico with 6. And Don with 6 as well. UN Don, I think he's one of the better players coming in from Uncharted as well. Yeah, he got a lot of kills where he got kind of just pushed through and got kind of like a beast. Just kind of pushed through and got himself a couple of double kills and then just added up points from there.
Yeah, speaking of the beast.
Who
wants to be the beast?
Right. I know where you're going with that. Right. I know where you're going with that. So again, thanks again for joining us. And our title sponsor is of course Vivo. And who's ready to beat up everyone in the background? Because it's time for seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17. I'm getting tongue twisted because it's such a good phone.
Alright. So, anyways, if you like the game and you want to keep to follow the game, please subscribe to PUBG Mobile's esports YouTube channel and download PUBG Mobile from Google Apps or App Stores.
Yep.
Alright, so back to the game, like we were speaking, like, so third map was well, like we're seeing other teams catching up pretty fast, right? IRAQI is good, still on the game, still on the room. That's two chickens in a row is a pretty good day for a day, right?
Yeah.
Right. So like I'm still waiting for other teams to just pop up, especially like United Nations. Like they had some good kills coming in, first round, second round, also third round. Like the kills are there, but the placement, they're just too close for the placement.
Yeah.
They died too early. Maybe just maybe, from my perspective, play a little bit safer, keep your distance, don't fight a lot. Maybe you get some better points from placement.
Yeah, especially Don. Don from UN played really, really well, but unfortunately their placement wasn't as good as that. So maybe after this, in game number 4, they will pick things up. So again, thanks for joining us. We will be back with game 4 after this very short break. Welcome back to PMCO Fall Split. I'm Will, along with AJ. We'll be your casters for the last game of the day. And of course, thanks to our title sponsors, Vivo. And with that, it brings you more immersive, more powerful, and more outstanding performance. So here comes the winner chicken dinner.
Also, subscribe to PUBG Mobile Esport YouTube channel and download PUBG Mobile from Google App Store or Google App Store or App Store.
Yeah, either or. So you have a lot of choices there. Yeah. Again, thanks for joining us. We are in game number 4 of the Middle Eastern groups, and it has been a fun ride so far with IRAQI squad winning both of the first 2 maps back to back, and then we went to the 3rd map where SNT won. So that was very fun to watch as well because they were 3 men strong. Well, finally SNT showing up in spades.
Yeah, like SNT in the first round, they squeezed themselves into second place, getting those placements, but not a lot of kills, only 2 kills in total. But they managed to get the chicken dinner on the 3rd round. Yeah. So they're catching up on around 40 points, but still IRAQI squad is on the first place with 70 points, 29 kills. Yeah,
they're pretty high up there with for IRAQI squad. So I think all these other teams can still catch back up, but it looks very, very grim for a lot of these teams in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
Bottom of the top 8, right?
Alright, I get it. So it's going to be it's going to be the last game of tonight, right? So I'm hoping United Nation can get a chicken dinner, because if they want to make it, they need that chicken dinner because they got kills.
Yeah.
But they need some placement points to squeeze it in.
Yeah, that's totally right. UN has a lot of problems there, which they have to rectify very, very soon and get themselves a chicken dinner to kind of get with the points, because we were talking about their playstyle and they're very good and very aggressive, done with that. A couple of good kills as well. So I think they have to watch out for them and kind of go with the flow from there, getting those kills and just trying to get towards the last circle, right?
Agreed. So we have the route coming in from southwest to northwest, northeast, sorry. And we're gonna basically see a lot of teams trying to be actually on the right side or east side of the map, so they can get a lot of opportunities to play with.
Yep, but this time around we'll be playing on Erangel again. I think this gives them a little bit of a flow, right? Because you played it once, so I think this gives you a little bit more breathing room. You kind of just got.
You basically know how everybody plays.
Yeah.
So you can tweak yourself into your best tactics against every other teams. So that's important. So SMP actually dropping off pretty early on, and every team is basically on north middle of the map, because maybe some problems with last map because everybody was on the south side.
Yeah, I think they overcompensating maybe, right?
Right. So we got the circle in. The circle's basically pretty friendly, in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Pretty much like last round. So if you're a smart team, right now you just want to go basically east side if we want to play safe.
Yeah.
But still, kill points on this season are pretty important, because placement points have been brought down to 20 points if you're the first place.
Yep.
It used to be 30 points, but right now it's 20 points. So that's 10 points. And 10 points is a lot sometimes.
Yeah. That's totally true, because even 10 points can kind of get you back up there. Every single point starting kind of just add up, and it's a little bit closer, because when it was 30, it was really hard for you to reach the winner chicken dinner state. But with now, you just need, if you're maybe 5th or 6th place, you kind of need maybe 6 or 7 kills.
Yes.
It's doable. It's very doable, right?
It's very doable. If you get enough kills, even though you know you're in a bad position, just get some kills, and still you can keep up later. You can catch up later. So gives the teams more opportunities, more chances to show off their skills also.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. So we are back with Erangel here, and now it's about the top judge pool, the north of judge pool. We have GG squad, good game, along with SYR, very, very close towards each other. I think they have an inkling of where each other they are. but doesn't look like they want to take a fight very soon. I think they're still in the looting phase where they want to evade some fights,
Yes.
kind of get a little bit more med kits or first aids,
Yes.
kind of go with the fight, because you kind of need it, kind of have to manage it to fight, because very early on you need to heal up and then re-engage, right? That's how you have to do it in the first start of the game.
So right now we're talking about Yunan. You see Yuan is basically pretty close to 963. Oh, sorry, elites. Sorry, Iraqi elites. So remember, like we say, they need to like fight less and trying to get to that position. But it's not wrong. It's never wrong to if you're sure you can take them down, just go for it, right? It's not wrong to get more kills, but just try to play safer. And we can see elite. Oh, elite gets taken down, one man, and it's knocked down. Let's see if they have enough smoke to just try to rescue the teammate right there.
Yeah, I don't think they can double back for Kurd because he's a little bit too far behind, and he's in between them and UN. So I don't think Uncharted will let them go if they want to try to pick up Kurd. And yeah, they will be able to finish off Kurd as well. So that will be the first kill going into the game towards the side of UN. And yeah, you can see first blood, UN Dawn. Again, the player that I was saying was really good playing for Uncharted here will be able to get the first blood.
Like UN right now has those kills on, like they have, like they basically right now so far, which the first day they have basically around 7 kills per round, so on average. So it's a lot. But again, the placement points are lesser, but still it's important. Like still, like you can't ignore it.
Yeah, especially if you get maybe 7 or 8 placement points, then you plus that with your addition of kills, 7 or 8 points, you get 15 points. You're 5 points away from the winner score. So it's kind of like you getting second or third. So that's the standings again for all you guys who just joined us. IRAQI Squad with 70 points, SNT with 47, and SYR sitting at third with 32 as well.
Yeah. So right now, IRAQI Squad is doing so well, but not too good for Iraqi Elite because just lost like one of their best men, which is great. So not too good. It's not a good start for them. So the circle is closing in. So teams are slowly starting to maneuver into the circle. SNT also taking their time. Everybody's taking their time, and you can see actually SYR and Kurd is the one. Kurd is one, and IRAQI, they only have 1 point back to back. You can see from me Assassins at 25 points. That's 2 kills away from SMP. SMP is 1 kill away from UN, and UN is 1 kill from IRAQI Elite, and IRAQI is also 1 kill away from. Like it's close because the newer system we got is basically you get closer and closer, and the points every round and every day really matters.
Yeah, that's giving them a lot more leeway to kind of catch back up towards the top. Although you can see that the top team is actually at 70, that's IRAQI Squad, but SNT can close the gap very soon in just one game.
Yeah,
in just one game they can close the gap because the gap is about 23 points. Sorry, there's 23 points. So the gap is about 23 points. You can get that with 1 winner and 3 kills, or maybe second place with 8 kills or 7 kills. Then you're back on top.
Yep. That's totally true, man. So basically, kills are much important, as like we've been saying this all day long. Like kills right now are so important and playing so much, but you know, still it matters.
Yeah, it matters a lot more in this.
Yeah.
We can start to see that in this split. The kills are starting to rack up a little bit more for a lot of these teams. They start to fight maybe in the 3rd and 4th circle. They start converging very early on, start fighting it off, try and get a little bit more points. As you can see, SNT, the winner of the last round or the last map, towards their own devices, not really anybody around them, so they should be able to loot up and be safe to get out of here.
Like they should be pretty like geared right now because like there was no fight. They had no fight. They had Severini for all themselves, so they basically are cool. So they just need to get it right and get out. But like so they're off to a good start right there. And UN is slowly also backing up, like SNT Jamal, good play. And we're right now over here Lipovac.
Lipoica, I think.
Lipoica, sorry.
That's quite close. RBK with MBZ quite close to each other as well. And they're starting to fight things off, but MBZ looks like they're a little bit further apart from each other. Now they're converging together. They might be able to take this fight, but RBK slowly reverting to a more defensive position, trying to kind of leech out of this fight, but it's very hard for them to escape because MBZ has a bird's eye view of them, can see them from a mile away, and that will be problematic for RBK right now. They're trying to escape, but yeah, MBZ has a bird's eye view of them, sitting at the second floor as well. They have two players here. We have IRAQI and I think it's Boom or something like that. So they're quite close to each other, and they should be able to get this kill.
Yeah, right. And but by the way, like man, RBK has a bad day today. They got caught up so many times, especially on drops. Like they had to like that. It makes it 2 times, like to counter another team.
All right.
On the start, so
yeah,
it's a little bit bad luck, but it's also a little bit bad calling decision to drop it.
RBK just got to get kill up on 47. So AK-47 gets dropped. Do they want to take this fight though, or do they want to just revive 47, just get out of there? It looks like RBK is trying to gun for them. They're pushing forward. It's RBK trying to take this fight. X is trying going for the flank. It's Scout behind them, so it means he can cover the flank. By XE, will he be able to kind of get the bird's eye view and get the kill up on them? It's actually Udon to actually knock himself there. But that's happening is a surprise, gets surprised from the side as Maxi takes him down. That's a very good kill coming from the MBZ squad. Now RBK a little bit overzealous there, trying to go in for a fight that they shouldn't have gotten into right now. From the sides, it's actually Script. We're looking in for another fight onto, I think is next, who is on his left side, but Script wants to turn back, but Maxi wants to take this fight. He's very, very aggressive here. Here's next, quite close here. He has a bird's view, but he gets shot as well by Hawkeye. What a view and what a shot by Hawkeye there, making it a 3v3 situation for them to fight this off, while next throws on the nade. Should be able to, no, they'll be able to evade that if I'm not mistaken. He kind of just flew out in between them. They should be able to do that as next will push in. Maxi is behind the wall. Script is providing support there. Script comes out and he gets sprayed down by Nex as well. That's a very good fight for coming from RBK. They're pushing in for some more. 47 is right behind them and he's getting shot. He gets dropped very low. Boom is coming in as well to provide support. He's the only one that's very, very healthy here. But MBZ has lost a couple of group or one player in that fight. XC's down, 47's down, and Boom wants no part of this. He doesn't want to fight at all.
Like both parties have lost one member, but right now like MBZ is actually on the worst part right now. Like they're falling back, they're trying to get out, like trying to get those placements. Like it's not a good fight right now. Just get out of there.
Yep.
Enough sacrifice.
Yeah, and RBK, I'm not too sure. Okay, they have the Dacia there, so they should be able to get out of their scot-free as well. But they're still firing on MBZ, and MBZ, you can see that it's doing a lot of damage onto Higa, but somehow they will escape with their lives here, trying to outrun the circle.
But still, they have like 5 bandages. That's enough.
That's enough, but
right.
The thing is, once they get into a safer position, they have to fight a team, and they don't have a lot of resources.
Yeah,
that's the problem. They only have 5 bandages, not really good to go around. And now GG is fighting with SYR. He's very close. Groza gets dropped not actually very low. He only gets dropped a little bit more than half of his HP. GG's converging on the side as well. Teep is there along with SYR coming in as well. But Saleh running the hell out of there. Gets into the car. Will escape with his life if I'm not mistaken because Master's trying to nade. But he nades actually himself. He has to run. He actually runs inside the car. He should be able to evade that. He actually gets naded by himself a little bit. But it should be safe.
Right, getting that energy ring, everybody's good. So basically, Snake tries to get a void, like stick to the team, like don't be a vigilante and like be alone because you can easily get rushed and dueled out. So it's not worth it. But GG playing the safer route, like all right, let's play together. We're a team, right?
Yep. That's the fundamentals, right?
Yeah,
you kind of regroup together and then try to take a fight where you have the manpower to do so. So GG is right behind a small hill or small rock formation here where they are evading the fight altogether, and it looks like they're going to run out of there. They do not want to take this fight with SYR.
Man, everybody's like playing safe on this map, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, we need those placement placement points. Everybody's like, okay, we lost one, we're out. Everybody's like, oh, we had a fight, we're out.
Yeah, everybody's just doing the same thing. It's kind of evading fights all together here, which is really strange because we saw the first Erangel, everybody kind of took the fight.
Yeah, maybe like that's the reason is like every time they took the fight, it took too long and always get third party. So they like playing smart. Oh, we're getting third party too much. So let's play it like if it doesn't end well or goes smooth, right? Just back out and regroup and take the fight again. Or the game, like what matters is winning the last point, right?
Yeah.
What matters is you need to get that last point. It's not about like 4 kills. All right, 4 kills. All right, okay, you lose 1 player and getting 4 kills. Is it worth it? Yeah, but in early games, no.
Yeah, you lose too much in the early game, and then you have to bring 3 players into it. It's a mid game, so it makes it very hard because you're down on manpower. So you're out in the open as Salman is. Salman, I think, will be fired upon.
Yeah, Salman was he's always the scout guy. Like he always sees everybody. He's like, oh, I got a team over here. You guys, I'm gonna just check how good they're playing. Like if we can take them on, like regroup, just flank and get killing. And we see the wars come in.
Yeah, Marco is just shooting against them, but Bashar gets dropped here. This very good shot coming in from the side of. What's he called again?
Shamar? Salam?
IRAQI Squad. I kind of get
IRAQI
confused there.
IRAQI
so
squad.
Don are now getting shot upon as well. They're in a lot of trouble. UN as IRAQI Squad just firing on all cylinders, just pushing them down with those bullets. As I think one more player is still very much alive here for the side of UN, but trying to run. Don is alive as well. So there's 2 players still alive. They're still standing right now, but they're getting fired from all angles. Marco coming in from the sides as well. UN in a lot of trouble here, getting sandwiched from all angles. Can they escape here? Bashar gets shot and he will be dropped again as Bunemar just trying to escape. That John gets dropped. One of the better players coming in for the Uncharted squad. But right now it looks like that will be all Shiro as Uncharted has to evade this fight altogether, but they get eliminated at 16th place by the IRAQI squad.
So
team that won the first 2 chicken dinners.
Sorry about that. So basically, IRAQI Squad and the United Nations were the teams who were getting the most kills. So we just saw the best 2 killing teams go on each other. So unfortunately, United Nations lost that round. So not quite what I was hoping from United Nations, right? So like I was hoping like they play a little bit not that much aggressive, like close the double window, go back, regroup, fight it again later. But still.
Most def, I think they should have done that. I think a little bit better, but in the situation they got flanked very early on. I think that kind of caught them off guard. They got kind of flanked, and then they didn't have any vantage point towards the hill on their left side. As right now, SNT's Lashin eating the blue a little bit, but he should be able to escape with his life here.
He should be getting, but that was his last med kit.
Yeah, he's run out of first aid, so he has to be careful getting into the circle. Exit 47 there getting knocked. Captain getting knocked by the play zone. So we were talking about SNT there, having problems with their medicine, I think, medicinal stuff. But right now Bashar gets fired upon. He has to be careful here. He gets fired upon from behind. He will try to evade this fight altogether, try to run away by coming as I think it's SYR. Yeah, SYR peppering them with bullets. Bashar is very low here. Will be able to use the first aid kit to kind of get back onto living ways, but his teammate has been dropped. He will be able to pick him up, but SYR is converging onto them. They're pushing very, very slowly, but they're still pushing in. They see the player. They're going to shoot him down. It's Tahir to get dropped very low. Bashar is coming in from the sides. All 3 of them gets dropped. Oh no, the Drake is flying out as well. It's dropped right on top of them. Does a lot of damage. GG is maybe GGing very, very soon as R&M coming in from the side as well. Everybody just converging from the side as well onto the skill. They will be able to get all the kills in the world as Jar will be dropped as well. There's another player coming in from the GG squad, still very much alive. As we can see the minimap, but I don't think he wants to take this fight altogether. Saleh is just trying to run away from here. And yeah, he shouldn't be taking this fight.
Yeah, that's right. Like if you're the last man, right? The only way you can help your team is getting those placement points, right? Like how much of kill you can get, like 2, 3 maximum normally. Like, but if you like sneak it into like SNR Jamal, which he did, like you get 16 points right away, even though you don't kill anyone.
Ooh, that nade though comes flying out,
That's-
destroys Messi. That's really nice from Quiet there.
Also-
Not really quiet at all.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem, man. So with that, I think they got the kill. Citizen will hide himself behind the rock. AM pushing through as well. Citizen behind the car. That car can explode, and that's exactly what happened there. The nade comes flying onto the side because they were aiming for the car. He gets dropped as well. AM just pushing through, will be able to get those kills, and SMP, sorry, not SMP. SMP will be going down. There might be a couple more players behind there, but it's not. So that will be all. Shiro SMP will be dropped at 13th place.
Right, AM just looting, B52 just looting looting from SMTs and trying to get some better keys. Alright, he gets a level 3 back. That's cool.
Yeah, getting something out of something. So it's still very much pretty cool. And they are in the circle as well, so that's really good. They are all safe. No players or no teams outside. It's actually Lashin, and Lashin gets dropped as well. Bye-bye, Lashin. I will see you later because he will be dropping to the play zone. And the rest of them are already inside the circle. This is very good for a lot of these teams, especially GG, Saleh, who is all alone there inside the circle. But right now he has to converge on towards the middle side of the circle, which is right on the eastern side of ruins. But Saleh has to track back around SYR as well.
So we can see on the map right now the next circle just spawned in, and IRAQI Squad is again in the middle of it. Can IRAQI Squad get another chicken dinner? But they can be easily sandwiched by a lot of teams. Like you got 2 teams, 3 teams on your north. You got 1 team on your west, 1 team on your east, and 2 teams on your south. Like it's a bad position right now.
Yeah,
There aren't a lot of covers for IRAQI.
This is massive firing along to the pushing in towards KI1. KI1 will be dropped one by one. Rift will be finished off as well. Hicks is coming in from behind, but he's very, very far apart from his teammate here to try and provide support. Ari is there as well. So the rest of KS the rest of KS is actually converging onto this fight as well. IRAQI Squad is on top of the hill, as we said, has prime position to win this game again. But it's KS coming in from the side. So someone pushing through, very aggressive, will be able to destroy the rest of KS with the help or outplay there, getting himself a nade kill up on BB, and Kurd Squad will drop it in 11th place. And more peppering coming in from Mastery. This time around is KI1 who's getting peppered, but they will be able to escape in that car. And the UAZ is saving them for the meantime.
Man, look at the IRAQI Squad. Like they're playing basically smart, even though they got 1 down and 2 downs. So basically, they were in the middle of the map, so they know they can easily get sandwiched over there. So they quickly fall back to the southern side of the circle, so they can secure one side of the circle to be safer after. But what they don't know is MEA is just behind them. Like if they don't clear out MEA, and MEA is basically playing pretty splitted, so they can easily like flank IRAQI Squad from every direction behind.
Yeah, that's the problem with being right smack in the middle of the circle though, because you can get flanked from all angles once the teams start converging in towards the circle. As you can see the left side here, plays alive for Arab Madness has 3 players, IRAQI Squad has 3 more players. Me Assassins though has 4 along with SYR, so they look a little bit better in this map compared to last, because they kept losing players very early on.
Yes.
A couple of players at least, and then going into the last circle with less than ideal positioning. So that can be watched or can be rectified in this game. But Arab Madness with 4 players alive, IRAQI Squad back to 4. So this top 4 or the top 4 of the listing on the left side, they're looking pretty strong right now.
Right, the last man from GG'd out.
Oh, that's a little bit sad, as you can say that. But KI1 here peppering AK-47, and he gets knocked down as well.
So as we're like the next circle just spawned in, right? IRAQI Squad is pretty lucky because the circle is on them, so they can just hold their position, no movement. But the problem is they're gonna be sandwiched from every direction. All right, no teams want to like fight against a team which is on the right side.
So he gets needed and out of position. He gets taken out as well. So Awasi is coming in from the side, has to provide support, but it's Ninja sneaking in the weeds. So they can't really move out of this position, and they're out of the circle as well. So they have to track themselves in. But KI1's Ninja is right on the right side of them, so they have to be careful tracking into this. SYR is very much strong here, but
and Ninja making it play.
That's it. Trying to fight here,
close.
but Awasi gets the kill up on him as well. So Ninja will be dropped. SYR coming in, and they are in prime position to win this game as well. But IRAQI is coming in with the outplay, of his own, getting the kill or getting the knock there, going in for some more. But this time around, he will be knocked on his knees. He's down, and they will be able to finish him off.
So right now, IRAQI SYR was basically sandwiched from those two teams, but IRAQI SYR still are trying to keep alive. So they divided their teams into two teams. One fighting up NBA and one fighting up SYR.
Yep, now IRAQI Squad, as you can see on the left side of the screen, they're kind of right smack there and they're stuck in that situation because SYR is just pushing onto them, and at the same time Cairo is there as well from ME Assassins. He's kind of all alone there with MK14 watching behind him, so they might be converging onto him and he might be alone here because SYR are 4-man strong and they're looking for a fight which they can really take. They are the strongest team right now, having 4 players still alive, and they're peppering ME and they're falling down. AM is falling down as well. They don't want to take this fight, but SYR in prime position. They have the high ground. They can see all these teams and they can take any fight they want because there's nobody that can come in from behind to flank them.
Right, but like SYR right now, they have to do make a decision. Either they want to camp down here just to hold the lines and wait for the next circle, or either they want those kills to come in for them to make those differences. So if I was playing right there, nobody cares if I was right. But if I was there, the first thing you just want to hold your lines and get more information as you can, then make a decision.
Yeah, most def. You could do that, but it looks like they're a little bit jumpy here. They want to look for more fights, want to add more kills because they already have gotten 12 kills in their name. If they win this match, that's already
a lot.
Yeah, 32 points.
32
so
points.
Yeah, they're trying to catch back up towards the other teams as you can see. But because SYR is sitting at 3rd place right now in the total ranking, flanking around, RNF, as you said, coming in from the sides, will be able to take down the kill up on Kaido. But if I'm not mistaken, there's another player behind him. Oh no, he's dropped. So the whole team will drop.
So basically, MEA was the Assassins for takedown. So that's basically SYR now only needs to deal with basically IRAQI SYR and the Coop, right? So right now they can just let IRAQI Squad and Coop fight because they basically IRAQI Squad is going to be sandwiched by Coop and AMX the last man alive, trying to sneak it out. But also this is basically a map mountain situation. Everybody it's not sure, it's not clear who's there, who's not there. So right now everything is freezing down. Everybody's gonna play slower, trying to sneeze into that last circle, and after that everyone is gonna make it. So you can see SYR right now is not playing too aggressive anymore, and we can see Rim actually going flanking IQ IRAQI Squad. He makes it, which almost made it.
Someone gets a kill up from one of them. SYR gets another clean for SYR gets dropped with 10. Holy smoke, IRAQI Squad just wiping the floor with them. Somehow getting all the skills that they need, but there's still very much one player left on the IRAQI Squad. They have to be careful here to try and going for a placement, or do they want to take this fight? But it's Hakar coming in from the side to try and provide a little bit of damage here to try and third party, but it looks like IRAQI Squad has been eliminated here at 3rd place.
And
so
right now it's a 2-on-2. Oh no, it's a 1-on-2. And I say Coop wins.
KUP.
Coop wins. Sorry, Coop wins. So, congratulations for Coop, getting 9 kills and securing the last chicken dinner for today's game. So, I think SYR had the upper hand over there, but they tried to rush out IQ and IQ Scott and Coop on the at the same time. Yeah. But that's what happens if you rush it too fast. Let them fight. All right. Be the bigger fish. Always be the bigger fish. Yeah. Hold your line.
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean because they had 4 men strong there, but KUP only had 2, and at the same time IRAQI Squad only had 2 players as well, and they were 4 men strong, but they got sandwiched in between, and they kind of took the fight. They kind of split their offenses. So half of them were attacking KUP, half of them were attacking IRAQI Squad. So I think that was a mistake that coming in from them. I think they shouldn't have taken the fight. If they wanted to, they could have just funneled all their firepower towards one team.
Alright, here we got the highlights from lots of players as far as SYR taking those damages and taking it this kill was pretty important for SYR, right? So that kill basically secured the line. Like there was like the only problem they had was IRAQI scored back then, right? If they took in that guy down and they made the kill, so IRAQI squad only had 2 personnels.
Yeah.
So they were on the upper hand. They had the upper hand. They were king of the hills. But a little bit poor judgment right there, right?
Yeah.
A little bit poor judgment. Maybe it's gonna get better next round, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. I think probably they'll improve because this is
Yeah.
only the first day, right? So somehow or some way we will think that the first day is the day that you gauge your skill or you gauge what the other teams are actually doing. So again, very weird from SYR having 4 players strong, but somehow losing left and right towards KUP and Iraq squad.
Right. So basically they got 15 kills. It's not much. It's a lot. So 15 kills plus 16 for second place makes them 31 points. So they were like 20. We'll be sure later on. So they were on 20-ish. So if you add 31, that's basically catching up into IRAQI squad. But IRAQI squad ending up on 3rd place also gives them. They still should be on 1st place, but the gap is closing pretty fast, right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The gap's starting to close right now. Although IRAQI squad was at 70, but the points are starting to catch up. Here's the ranking for the last game. 29 points for Kurd Up team. SYR follows with 29 as well. So you can see 14 placement points for SYR team, 20 for Kurd Up team, but 15 kills for SYR team makes them level with Kurd Up team as well.
Also, like followed by IRAQI squad also having 13 kills. Also isn't far away, like 6 points. Like if it was last season, there was at least a 10, like 13 points or 15 points gap between them. It makes it so far. So in this season, when 1st place and 2nd place are just 20 points and 4 points each behind, so kills do really matter if you're on the top 5 team. So getting those frags actually matters, right? So it's pretty important. Again, we have Kurdistan on 5 points. Not too much,
the rest
right?
of them are not doing too good in this
SNT
match.
not performing pretty well. They got the chicken last round, right?
Yep.
So right now we have IRAQI squad having 2 chicken dinners. Oh, ending up 93 scores.
Oh, look at that kill points. So 42 kill points for Iraq squad, followed by SYR with 61 total points, but 27 kills only. You can see the discrepancy there. Iraq squad with 42 kills. They're just way ahead in terms of kills here.
Yes. So you can basically see SNT and Kurd team have basically the same total points, right? Not the basically, they are the same points. So like I think it's much funner like in this way because teams play more aggressive, and when kills matters, everybody wants to kill more, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I think you can kind of level the playing field with a lot more kills this time around. So that's really good to watch as well. But we didn't see a lot of these fights coming in very early on. It's just that suddenly on the edge of the last few circles that suddenly everybody's converging. But again, look at Iraq squad with Outplay and Salman and Osama, 14, 13 and 9 kills as well. So look at that, they're still leading the charge, but SYR catching behind
up,
9 and 8.
United Nation had some good kills before last round because they had 9 kills also, but they were early on. I think they ended up 14th place or 13th place on this right because they encountered they ran up into the IRAQI squad and lost the duel with them. So it was like pretty bad. Like I was like hoping the United Nation getting some
better placement,
and lasting longer to the game because their skills are there, but they're lacking. Like they want kills. Yeah, kills are important again, but you still need to be in the top 5 to make it.
Especially although you get the kills, but you have to convert it into placements as well. So you get those kills to clear down position or to clear down an area for yourself to go for placement kills as well.
Right.
So I think that'll be all she wrote for the day as well. So I think we'll be closing up very soon. So without further ado,
so if you like today's broadcast and you want to watch tomorrow's broadcast, also if you want to watch other regions broadcasts, you can always subscribe to PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel. And if you want to play the game, you're just tuning in. Just download PUBG Mobile from Google Play or App Stores. So we're gonna have basically 15 more days these games, and it's gonna be a pretty fun ride this year, I believe, this season.
It's gonna be pretty fun. It started off kind of slow, but it started kicking off in the third map soon. So I think tomorrow will be a better day for these teams, and at least they have a day to gauge, and tomorrow they should be performing. So thanks again for joining us. Of course, our title sponsor is Vivo, and before I forget, or before we close down the show, brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance. Here comes the glorious chicken dinner. Thanks again for joining us for the PMCO fall split. I'm getting started in here. So thanks again for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. See you then.
Good night. And we're going.